he that requitteth a good turn offereth fine flowers, and he that giveth alms sacrifices praise. To depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, and to forsake unrighteousness is appropriation.
We have these different things that are likened unto offerings and to sacrifices. You cry to alms, giving praise. All these are spiritual offerings and spiritual sacrifices that God looks at. See, now we don't offer physical offerings. We don't have a standing temple to do so. But that doesn't disannul the fact that we still offer to the Most High. Read.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord.
The Lord said,
Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord.
do spiritual offerings.
Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord.
Thou shalt not appear empty before the Most High. And a lot of Israel know you appear empty before the Lord. That's why you lose the job, get judged, you don't know what's going on. Because you're not appearing, you're not having works before the Most High. Even brothers and sisters in the truth. You bring out wicked behavior. And you wonder why your life is getting tossed to and fro. All right, read that again.
Verse number 4. Thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord. For all these things are to be done because of the command.
Because of the what?
Because of the command.
The Lord said all these things are to be done because of the command. So it's a commandment to give alms. It's a commandment to offer spiritual offerings and sacrifices for the Most High. It's a commandment really to be on fire. Read Leviticus 6 chapter, verse 12 to 13. These different things are commandments that we are to do. If you're not doing it, you're going to end up like Ananias and his wife. You get overthrown for bringing up wicked offerings. Bring this up. Hey, brother, you got time for God? All right, bring this up.
This is the book of Deliverance, chapter 16, verse 16.
Bring it out.
3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God, in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, in the feast of weeks, in the feast of tabernacles, and they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
And they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
And
They shall not appear before the Lord empty.
We shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Right.
Hey, sisters, where's y'all little piano on this side?
Sister.
Y'all got questions?
Nah, we're just listening.
Y'all see yourself on this side right here? Y'all nationality? Are y'all East Indian? What's your nationality? What's that? Bangladesh? Okay, yeah. That's Iman. Yeah, they don't know that. So that's in India, right? Alright, well, y'all not gonna make it. Alright? Y'all are not gonna make it. Jesus Christ is coming back to destroy all East Indians.
He said we been known.
Oh, she said that. Oh, see, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. You know?
Yeah, come.
She said we knew that. Oh, that's the spirit. All praise. You know, might as well kiss the booth then if you knew that. Just come up and kiss the booth then if you knew that. You know, brothers, kind of brought their shoes up for a reason. All right. But nonetheless, read this.
Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord thy God.
The Lord said, every man shall give what he is able according to the blessing of the Lord our God. So again, if you appearing empty before the Most High, you bringing up wicked offerings, you saying, well, look, the offerings, I'm going to do no more. Well, we just read the Lord said alms, praise, sacrifice, all these things are different offerings. Go to 1 Peter chapter 2. Start at verse number 5. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse number 5. So we ought to offer offerings. We ought to be on fire for the Most High. All right, 1 Peter 2 and 5. First Peter 2 and 5.
Bring it out. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up as spiritual house and holy priesthood.
So, hey, brother, you gotta repent. Stop switching. We're just talking about that. All I need is sodomites. See, let me start at 10 and 1. Let me start at 10 and 1. That's why, again, the reason why these people are so off today in America is because y'all move after these Roman emperors.
Right.
Or you want to move after Trump. You want to move after Biden. You want to move after Obama. You want to move after Clinton. Read Sirach 10 and 1. Sirach 10 and 1. You got to be on it. All right, give me Sirach 10 and verse number 1.
This is verse number 1. A wise judge will
instruct his people, and the government of a free man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
The Lord said, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. So however the judge moves, that's how the rest of the nation gonna move. When David was in power, it was righteousness flourishing, winning all the battles, going for the war, winning, conquering nations, men are praising the Most High. When Samuel was judge, things was reigning in order mightily. But then when the wicked came in power, all hell tended to break loose, go off. Next thing you know, we getting overthrown. Right, read.
And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Whatever spirit the ruler of the city is, it's the same spirit the people go move in. Y'all got time for God, family? That's why they don't know what's going on. Because they following after the ways of America. Right. And even a lot of people, they may say, I don't like Trump. All right, I don't like Trump. He's a bad president. Don't send the National Guard. But they still move after the spirit of these of America, though. You cut your hair bald. You want to conform to the so-called white man. You don't know what's going on. And you wonder why you're still in captivity. You wonder why your daughter getting shot down in the streets. You wonder why straight bullets in all your family members. You wonder why all your kids coming up missing. It's all because you want to move after the spirit of these heathens, these Babylonians. That's why the Most High commanded us again, offer up these spiritual offerings. I'll read that again.
From the top.
Ye also, as lively stones, are built up as spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifice.
Spiritual what?
Spiritual sacrifice. We out here doing offer up spiritual sacrifices.
We offering up spiritual sacrifices. It's not physical. We still got Hebrews 10. All right, read.
Acceptable to God by Jesus Christ.
Acceptable unto the Most High, but by Yahweh Shah, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Right, read.
Wherefore also it is contained in the scriptures. Behold, I light in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded.
And that chief cornerstone is talking about the Lord, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, who the world will call Jesus Christ. And we're offering up those spiritual offerings, those spiritual sacrifices daily, weekly, monthly. Every second we offering up these offerings. It should be continually going upon that altar every day, all right, through the Spirit, to cleanse yourself. Again, not physically, but more so spiritually. Go to Hebrews 10.
Book of Hebrews 10 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
Verse 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, but a certain fearful looking for the judgment and the fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. He that despised Moses' law,
Man that went against Moses' law, read.
he that despised Moses' law died without mercy.
Back then you would die without mercy. All right, they found you commit fornication, bestiality, doing certain things that had you get put to death and die without mercy.
I got 2 minutes.
All right, read Numbers the 15th chapter and see how when the man picked up those sticks on the Shabbat, what happened? He was destroyed. Read Joshua the 7th chapter. They come here idols. Him and his house got stoned and they got burnt. If you was a whore, you came from the Levitical priest, you was burnt with fire. So in the Old Testament, if you was to do certain sins, punishment by death, you would die without mercy under the law of Moses. But read.
He that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses of how much sore punishment.
Of how much more sore punishment, read on.
Suppose ye, shall he be thought worthy, who and had counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and had done despite.
Read that again, but read it smooth.
And had counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified, and an unholy thing, and had done despite unto the Spirit of grace.
So the Lord said, how much more sore punishment if you despite the Spirit of grace? So the Most High, He gave us grace. He gave us, mercy. But if you despise that grace and that mercy, the Lord said, how much more sore punishment will you receive? What's your nationality? Yeah, what's your nationality? You said what? Because the Lord, He tends to have a favorite nationality in the Bible. I want to go to Deuteronomy 7:6. Are you so-called Caucasian? You say that? So what would you say? What does God identify you as? can't spin it. I mean, yeah, we all believe red, but dogs believe red.
Right.
Cats believe red. Lizards believe red. So what's the point of saying we all believe red? All right, read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God said he has a favorite people that's above all people. The reason I asked is because I just wanted to know that you fit that people. So what you being so-called Caucasian? To be saved? Go to Matthew 15 and 20. Well, in order to be saved, you have to be in a state to be saved. So, for example, when the Israelites came out of Egypt, were the Egyptians eligible for salvation? No, why not? Because they were oppressing the Israelites. In order to be saved, you have to be saved or delivered from something.
That's right.
The reason why the Israelites were delivered is because they were in captivity. So in order for you to receive salvation, you have to be saved from something. When the Israelites were catching hell under the Roman Empire, the Lord didn't tell all the Roman emperors, I can't wait to come back and save all the oppressors of my people. No, he came back to save a specific people that was being oppressed within their empire. Matthew 15.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Did Jesus say?
I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
And Jesus himself, he said, I'm not sent to nobody but the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Again, the house of Israel, they're the only nationality of people that's known for being oppressed. We read the New Testament, the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, they're the only ones to have known to receive salvation. We can deal with John 3:16. I want to read this last verse. Psalm 53 and 6.
Psalms 53 and verse number 6.
Bring it out.
Oh, that the salvation of Israel.
Oh, that what?
Oh, that the salvation of Israel
Oh, that the salvation of Israel, read,
were come out of Zion.
show salvation is only for Israel. That's what the Bible said. I didn't write that.
I cannot do any adversary.
What about John 3:16? What about John 3? Now, in John 3:16, what's the context? Who's Christ talking to in John 3:16? Because if you're going to quote, you got to know the context. Huh? No. What John 3:1?
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews.
Christ was talking to one of the chief rulers of the Jews, Nicodemus. So it's two Jews having a conversation. Why would two Jews who's both being oppressed, why would the conversation be targeted to salvation for everybody if Christ's job is to deliver a race of people that's being oppressed? We don't. Hold on, you said John 3:16. We had John 3:1. We're gonna jump to, we're gonna deal with it. Read.
The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest except God be with him.
Jump to verse 14.
Verse 14. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Because in John 3:16 it says, for God so loved the world, right? But when you read verse 14, it just said, I want you to save Israel the same way how we were saved in the wilderness with the serpents. Who was saved in the wilderness with the serpents? What race of people went through the wilderness, got bit by the serpents, and Moses rose it up for the people to be healed? Who went through that? The Israelites went through that. So John, or Nicodemus, he's actually referring to an account in the Old Testament about the Israelites being saved. We went to this account right here.
Book of Numbers, chapter 21 and verse number 6. And the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and much people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, we have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against thee. Pray unto the Lord that he took away the serpent from us.
And the Israelites went through that. And the Israelites prayed to God that the serpent may be taken away from them. So if verse 16 in John the 3rd chapter, if that's speaking about everybody, how come from verse 1 all the way down is only referring to Israelites? Oh, we can go to Romans 10. Bro, what about that right there?
Right.
We We just read it for you. So what we up here teaching is that only the so-called black and Hispanic can receive salvation.
Right.
These are God's chosen people. How would a Caucasian be saved if they're the ones doing all the oppressing? Don't the Caucasians run Russia, America?
Right.
Don't the Caucasians have trade with every other race under the sun?
Yep.
The EU, NATO, BRICS? How?
Right.
It's got a just balance. It's God a just balance. Is God a just God? Is he just? And God, he's a balanced God. If he has a right hand, he has a left hand.
Right.
He deals with just balances, equal measures.
Right.
Justice, you know, justice. Is God a just God? You don't know what's going on. Go to Proverbs 11:1. All right, we'll make it simple.
Proverbs 11, verse number 1.
Bring it out.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
God said,
A false balance is abomination unto the Lord.
one more time.
A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
A false balance is an abomination to God. That would mean God has a just weight. Read.
But a just weight is his delight.
God, he's a just, balanced God. So if God has mercy, he also hates. If he has compassion, he also has judgment. So
Right.
yes, God is a merciful God and he's a compassionate God, but God also hates. Now, do you think God hates the people that did this to his people?
Right.
All right, what a Romans 9. Come on, Lord.
Chapter 9 and verse number 13.
Yeah.
And it reads, as it is written.
God said, you said that God don't hate. Read this again.
Verse 13. As it is written.
As it is written, because God said in the Old Testament too. Read.
Jacob have I loved, and Esau
Have I hated.
And again.
Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated.
God said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So according to the Bible, God actually hates a certain race of people. I got you. He was doing this. You're Esau. All right, Esau was doing this. Esau is the biblical race of the so-called white race.
Right.
A biblical name for the white race. So what are you? You're Hispanic. Why would you say that, sister? Hold on.
Hold on. Right.
Hispanic,
Hold on.
which tribe would you come from? What do you see yourself on this side if you are Hispanic? For on your father's side? On your father or your mother's side? Your dad is Mexican? What about your mother? But your dad, he's full-blood Mexican. You speak Spanish?
A little.
All right. Well, if you are Mexican, could have just said that. Hold on. So if you we just read you that God hates Esau though. So how can God love everybody if he hates Esau?
Right.
And you, sister, if you see yourself on that side, then you will be God's chosen people. That's
Right.
what he's saying. You don't got to worry about everybody else. If you're Mexican, hold on. If you're Mexican, didn't the Spaniards do this to their people? Didn't they do that to the Mexicans?
Right.
What is this? That's a Spanish flag.
Do you have flyers?
It was, guys. Go to Amos 1 and 11.
Yeah.
Right. Go to Amos 1 and 11. I'm gonna show you why God hates the people that did this. Well, sister, you will be an Israelite. You will be God's chosen people. What you gotta do is listen. If you really love God, you will do what God says. You
Right.
will obey the words of God. God said out the Bible that these are enemies. The Israelites have enemies when you read the Bible. I'll show you that. Hold that. Go to Psalms 80. I got you, sister, but you have to understand that everybody can't be saved.
At all.
Because God and Christ didn't come to save everybody. We just read earlier that salvation is for who? Hold on, sister. We just read earlier that salvation was for who? It said the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion.
Right.
So you all over the place, sister. We said Romans 10? All right, drop all that. Let's go to Romans 10 and 9. Now, do you know the context of Romans 10?
Right.
The context of Romans 10. Who's the director audience in Romans 10? Take a wild guess. So if you forgot that, how can you quote a verse when you don't know the context of it?
Right.
I know the context. I'm saying, how do you
All right, well, let's read verse 1. We're gonna read, before we get to verse 9, verse 1 is the context. Romans 10:1.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Brethren, my heart desire and prayer to God.
So Paul said, brethren, my heart desire and my prayer to God is what?
Is
Shalom.
for Israel. Who? For
Israel.
Everybody.
For Israel.
So Paul's prayer and heart's desire to God is for Israel that what?
That they might be saved.
All people might be saved.
That they might be saved.
Even the Edomites.
That they might be saved.
So even Paul said his prayer and his heart's desire, brethren, in his own people, is that Israel might be saved. So when we read verse 9, you have to understand that that's speaking about the Israelites, because that's the context of the whole epistle of Rome.
Right.
And sister, again, like how you said, your pops is Mexican, you will be an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar, one of the mightiest tribes, one of the greatest group of people to ever walk the earth, the Aztecs. The Aztecs have beautiful history. We don't want to forsake history for a people that completely obliterated it.
Right.
According to the Bible, the Mexicans, they once lived in Israel and had kings and judges, rulers and princes and princesses. You don't want to forsake that to try to save everybody, sister. You God's chosen people. Forget about the other races. Focus on you and your. Before you can build everybody else, you got to build up the so-called Mexicans first. Go to Mark 12, verse 28 or 29. We go to Leviticus 19 and verse.
Shalom,
I
family.
finna
Y'all got 2
read
minutes
it.
to
Mark 12 and verse 29, Leviticus 19 and verse 17. Are you my neighbor? All right, well, we love you by teaching the word of God. So how is this not love?
Right.
What else is, what did I do to you that wasn't love?
Right.
All right, so now we're gonna read the Bible. All right, read it.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
What does it mean to love God? According to the Bible. All right. Follow his commandments. All right, read.
And with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like namely this. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Part that you wanted to harp on. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Now the question is, according to the Bible, who is your neighbor? Would you say the people that did this is your neighbor, your friends, besties? No. So if the people that did this aren't your neighbors, then who's your true neighbors? Biblically speaking, I understand that, sister. I look on this sign. It's the reason why Israel is at the top. Those are your neighbors, the Israelites. Everybody from 2 on down, according to the Bible, is not your neighbor.
Right.
I'm going to show you that. Read this, Leviticus 19.
Book of Leviticus 19 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Like you said, we can't hate our brother in our heart. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
What?
Rebuke thy neighbor.
On that word neighbor, rebuke your neighbor, your brother. Read on.
And not suffer sin upon him. Verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge.
Say who your brother is, who your neighbor is. Don't have any grudges against who?
Against the children of thy people.
Who's your neighbor?
Against the children of thy people.
Who's your true brother?
Against the children of thy people.
Your neighbor, your brother are the children of your own people.
Right.
Look, not spiritual, but your physical own people, your descendants, your kinfolk,
Right.
your family.
Right.
You go to the family, go to the cookout, you go to the cookout on your pop's side, that's your family, that's your brother, that's your kinfolk. Where are your kinfolk, sister? The people on the side are all your kinfolk, your brother and your sister. If you said your mom's Italian, right? Italian, that's Italy, which is almost the chief capital of Italy, right? Didn't the Romans kill Christ?
Right.
No, the Pharisees wasn't Romans. Well, they delivered up Christ, but who physically put Christ on the cross and crucified him? No, they didn't physically put him up on the cross. They delivered him up. But who physically put him on that cross and crucified him was Pontius Pilate. What a John? Oh, you got that?
I got Luke.
All right, well, we got a flyer for you, sister. All right, take out, at least take a flyer right here. All right, so you will be an Israelite, sister. God's chosen people.
I'm just gonna follow God. I'm not really religious.
We not, sister, we not religious either. All right, we don't get into religion. That's why we don't, that's why we don't follow, crosses and white Jesus. We're not a religion.
Right.
We just believe in the Bible as it is written. We deal with a heritage. We deal with a heritage. Do you know your heritage prior to 1492? When it comes to Mexican culture and heritage, what is your ancient culture, your ancient heritage? And the thing is, if I was to ask another race, like before you came up, you had East Indians that was up here. So they understand their heritage and their culture and their customs.
Right.
They still wear their ancient garments.
Right.
We asked the so-called white, we can go back to the Greeks and to the Romans. He can tell you his heritage. The Chinese man, he'll tell you about the day of the dragon, and he has his food in his garments that he wears. You ask our people, we don't know it.
Right.
It's big. I'm saying, we know that prior from when we came over here to the Americas.
Right.
Prior, way before great-grandmother, way before that. I'm talking about BC times. And that's the problem. That's why we have to come back to the Most High. And this Bible is not a book of religion. It's a book of heritage and cultures of the Israelites.
Right.
You will be an Israelite. So we don't believe in religion. This Bible is our culture. It's a book of records and laws and chronicles, journeys of the Israelites. So look into that flyer, sister. All right, sister. No problem. All right, get up for the Lord. All right.
Kids, what else is black culture in America? Because I was just telling them how we're the Israelites, and now they gave us black culture.
Yeah. I see. Sister, that is a good question. I want to ask you, what is black culture?
I'm not sure.
You said what?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? All right. Well, let's see. Prior to slavery, what do you say our history is? Before slavery, before colonization.
This is of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not eat. They are unclean to y'all eat.
Like they didn't teach us that in school. So what we've been teaching is that the so-called black and Hispanics will actually go back to the biblical Israelites. Historically speaking, according to the genealogy and heritage. Not a religion, not I don't know, what else? Not according to this world. Now I'm gonna show you something.
Philosophy.
These things on the sun, right?
This is the diet.
These things happen to our people. Colonization, slavery, murder, oppression. These happen to our people. Now, did you know that these events was written out in the Bible? You did know that? I'm sure that. That's what Deuteronomy 28. And verse number, let's start 15. Actually, start at verse 16. I want you to tell me, what's some conditions as black people that we go through in America today?
Make sure it has hands.
You said what? Yeah, those, but also some, I think you said atrocities.
No, per distinzione compra il pacco.
Don't call yourself
You stand up a little bit. You said what? Oh yeah, our buildings get destroyed, yeah, what else? You said black with black power as well? Okay, now what about things such as slavery? Does. Now, show you how those things are written in the Bible. Alright, let's read this.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 16. Curse shall not be in the city, and curse shall not be in the field.
Lord said,
Curse shall not be in the city, and curse shall not be in the field.
I said, curse shall one race of people be in the cities, and they were once cursed in fields. One race of people, what you say is cursed in every major city that you were saying. You travel a lot? Well, you've been out Chicago before, right? You go to these different cities. Even, let's say, YouTube University, going to scrolling on the internet. What race of people is at the bottom of society in every major city? Black people. Now the Bible said, what race of people will be cursed in all the cities and in all the fields? Who was cursed in the fields? Picking that time. Black people. So we see how the Bible lines up with our history. Read verse 53.
word should be Lord, so that the man that is tender among you is very delicate. His eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
The same man who once had the loving eye toward one another, that same man had an evil eye toward his own brother. In 2025, right? What race of people have an evil eye toward one another? They shoot one another, gang banging, some dress one another. That's our people.
Right.
We're the ones that have an evil eye toward one another. Do our people look at each other with love all the time? You can step up a little bit, it's not hard. I said, do our people look at each other with love all the time? Sometimes, what about what Jordan is not really love, right? It's a lot of hate, it's a lot of, again, killing,
Right.
dealing with your own brother, woman. These things, God said, these people, they once loved each other, but now they have an evil eye toward each other. Read that again.
His eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children.
The father in the household, he wasn't. Now watch this. This man would be evil toward his children, which was?
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
He shall what?
Which he shall lead.
Whoever the target audience is in the book, their fathers is going to be known for leading the household.
Right.
What race of people is known for not having their fathers in the house? That's our people. So we see how the Bible matches up with our people to this very thing, which means we have to be the people that are born. Can a Chinese man relate to anything that we just read pertaining to curse in the city, curse in the field, fathers not being in the house? Can they relate to that? No. What about the East Indian man? What about the so-called white man? No, he does. We do, which means we have to be the people of the book. We have to be the target audience.
Right.
Else, if we weren't there, these things wouldn't follow us. Now the question is, if the target audience is so-called black people, then what did God call us out the Bible? Because in the Bible, you can read about when God spoke to the African Americans. God spoke to the Negroes. God spoke to the black people. What did God call them? I'll show you.
29 verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
So your audience?
To make with the children of Israel.
So nationality?
To make with the children of Israel.
Our nationality will be the children of Israel. We're not black. We're not Negroes. We're not colored people. God called us the children of Israel. God said out the Bible, the children of Israel will be known for going into captivity, known for going to slavery or slavery to the fields. These things happen to us. He said the children of Israel, their fathers won't be in the household. Those things relate to our people. The question is, why would God put these curses upon us? How come? You said what? Sin. What's some sins that we commit as a people? Okay, what else? What else? Right, so those things now, even things like foods. You ever heard of pork being a sin to eat? Now, you at that church, was you ever taught to keep that commandment? You were taught to keep that commandment. Right, people don't follow food. Now, go to Leviticus chapter 11. I'm going to show you how these things, hold that, go to Daniel 9 verse 11. I'm going to show you why the condition that we're in as a people is because we actually broke God's commandments. We read about the 10 commandments, or we read about thou shalt not kill, steal, commit adultery, thou shalt not covet things like that. God only gave it to one race of people, which would be the Israelites, our people. We broke that covenant, and God said, if you break this covenant, I will send curses upon you and take you. Watch this.
In Daniel chapter 9, verse 11.
Pick it up.
Yeah, all Israel had transgressed thy law.
God said, all the Israelites, they transgressed and they broke his laws. Read.
Even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
The Lord said,
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us.
So God said, we look at these things because we broke the commandment. Now the curse is upon us. The curse when we were earlier. Alright, not having our fathers in the house. Slavery. Things of that nature. Oppression. Evil eyes toward one another. Those are curses. who broke the commandment shall curse on purpose. I'm going to read you some commandments that we still break as a people today that keep these curses upon us.
This is the book of Leviticus chapter 11, verse 7. And it reads, and the swine don't eat about the hoof, and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
That's why it is. It's a pig. God said that the pig is unclean unto you. I see what he said about the pig.
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
And God said,
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
you can't eat the pork.
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
God said, of their flesh shall ye not eat.
Read, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you.
It's unclean. Of their flesh you can't eat it. Of their carcass you can't touch it, because they are unclean. Now you eat pork. Now from this day moving forward, knowing it's a sin to eat pork. You gotta take pork? No. That's good. Why? And that's right, because you don't want to sin against God. That's right. That's why you don't want to sin against God. Now we on?
These shall you eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath been in scales in the waters and in the seas and in the rivers, them shall you eat.
Likewise with the waters. Some things that we can eat that we can't eat that come out the waters. God said if it has fins and scales, you can't eat it. But we on?
And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
God said if it come out the waters, it shall be an abomination unto you. If it doesn't have fins and scales. So what's some foods that come out the waters that don't have fins and scales? Crab, lobster, crawfish, what else? Yep. Right, things of that nature, right? Have you eat those animals? So no? You don't eat shrimp, crab, lobster? God said that those things are the ones that bother you. God said that they're shellfish and all that. It's an abomination unto you. Of their flesh, you can't eat it. You can't put it on. I got one more verse we fell off here. Leviticus.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Now,
Are you a male, right? Are you effeminate? Homosexual? Now, according to the Bible, you gotta be not heterosexual. Heterosexual. That's the reason why God said, now you all brothers, we're not gonna get on you, cuss you, we're not on you. Out of love, we're telling you that as a man, there's a lot of our sisters out here that need, righteous men. I'm pretty sure you've seen the news. You see how many of my sisters are getting kidnapped on social media. ABC is missing, this person missing, it's all the women on the side, so-called black Hispanics. The reason why that happens is because the lack of protection that the man is supposed to uphold. When the man is out of the household, like you said, his brother's not in the house. When the man is out of the household, order tends to be broken.
Right.
Dismantled. Order is dismantled. Our women get taken away. All hell breaking loose. So not only is our job to keep the commandments to uphold them, but even if it's things that you may not disagree with, you understand that God is the truth of the world. So that's what God said. Read this.
this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
The Lord said,
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
It is an abomination.
God said that's an abominable act. As a man, you're supposed to be looking for a family to raise up one day. As a man, his wife, children. Don't you want kids one day? As kids, don't you want to raise your kids up to be mentally stable, spiritually stable, physically stable? You can't do that if you got another man doing it, brothers being straight up. Believe it or not, God created men to be kings, princes, rulers. Would you rather be a king or a princess? You want to be a king. That's right. And being real, but you gotta put on that man like a glory as a king, spiritually speaking. Go to Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 4. I'm giving that to you because he hates you. Brother, you are a brother. And if you are a brother, we're gonna tell you the right way. We ain't gonna tell you what this world gonna tell you.
Right.
This world is created to give you things that you want to hear. We're gonna give you what you need to.
Right.
Read this.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Unto you, O man, I call.
Lord say,
Unto you, O man, I call.
be feminine.
But
I
unto
call.
unto you, O man, I call.
Lord said, unto you, O man, I call. He didn't look towards the women and say, look, I want all the women to rise up. He said, unto you, O men, I call. Go to Numbers 27 and 14. Guys, remember, you the one supposed to be bearing rule. Go to 1 Ezra 4 and verse number 1. As a man, God made you to be ruler and a king, brother. I'm pretty sure you in the old land one day. Guess who owns land? Guess who owns kingdoms, empires, glories, man get the preeminence in the household. When God set up the order in his house, he made, not in his house, but when God set up the order of the household, he made man to be up top. Because man has the preeminence and rule over all things. Read this.
Book of Numbers 27, verse 14, 16, and it reads, let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
That again?
Set a man over the congregation.
Set a woman over the congregation.
Set a man over the congregation.
God set men over congregations. God set men over cities, over kingdoms. He didn't set the women up as kings, as princes, as rulers. Now, women, they play an important role, but they're subject unto man because God is dealing with a more masculine like spirit. And again, brother, you got to move in the spirit how the Most High wants to move. In America, they don't, try to pollute your mind and say it's okay to be where you are.
Right.
If you're, let's say, I know two bosses, but let's say someone that's homosexual, two black individuals, can they procreate and bring forth more children, more black babies? What I'm saying, let's say two men, can two men bring forth the children together? Can they lay down and bring children? No. Now you love black people, right? Or no? If you love black people, don't you want to see more black babies and more black kids rising up as a people? Right. So if you want to see more of that, then by default, you don't have to be against homosexuality because that cuts off the procreation of the black race.
Right.
Last time I checked, brother, all these things happen to all people. We got Planned Parenthood in every damn hood that we in, cutting off the black baby. We have these different things in our communities that try to stop our procreation, homosexuality. That's funny. That's right. So out of love, brother, we're telling you that lifestyle that you ain't gotta come out of it. I just read you. God, he's looking. He said, oh, men I call. Right. And my son, and my voice to the sons of men. You got 1 Ezra 4?
This is the book of 1 Ezra, chapter 4, verse 1. Then the second that has spoken of the strength of the king.
The strength of who?
Of the strength of the king.
Read that again.
Of the strength of the king.
The second spoke of the strength of the king. You gotta move like a king, you gotta have that strength and that mentality of a king.
Read, began to say, O ye men, do not men excel in strength?
I said, do men, that's a question for you, I'm gonna ask you. Do men excel in strength? They do. Read.
That bear rule over sea and land?
Men have rule in kingdoms over seas and over land? They do. Read.
And all things in them? But yet the king is more mighty. For he is the Lord of all these things.
It's real that you gotta possess one day. The king, he's more mighty. And the king, believe it or not, again, but it's being real, the king, he's not moving any feminine men. You read earlier, however the king, however the judge of the ruler is, that's how the rest of the city gonna be. Yeah, bro, do you want to see more black people on this earth? You gotta get you in. All right, now, are you willing to repent and get out that lifestyle, brother? Are you just saying that? Are you being sincere about that? 100% sincere. All right, buddy. Now, before I got this last verse, Ecclesiastes 12:13. Ecclesiastes 12:13. This is the whole conclusion of the whole matter, brother. All right, get you an Israelite. You gotta repent and keep God's commandments. No shrimp, crab, pork, or lobster. No cross-dressing, no sodomy. You gotta rise up as a man in these last days. Read this.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
The Lord said,
Fear God and keep his commandments.
that again?
Fear God and keep his commandments.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's right, brother. That's the conclusion of the whole matter. You fear God and you keep God's commandments.
That's right.
I'll look into that information, brother. All right, no doubt. No doubt. Get up for the Most High.
All praise.
Nobody's trying to freak off. Why do I have to freak off? That's
Repent and
crazy.
keep God's
No, that's
commandments.
crazy.
Hey,
Because
sister.
just
Hey,
2 seconds ago.
Hey, sis.
No, just I was not talking to you.
Real quick, sister. Hey, sis, I'm talking to you,
She
sister.
remembers. She
You
remembers.
guys were not talking about freaking off. You were talking about obedience, right?
Your friend's up there. Your friend up there.
Proverbs
All of a sudden,
17.
now your scripture
Proverbs
has issues.
17.
Now, right, but you don't even know what this means.
She a
You have a
Christian.
conversation with me.
What's this
about,
now? What's
right?
this
You
now?
want to say that I'm freaking off because I don't have problems. I don't have time to hear you literally tell me verbatim about a bunch of scriptures. You don't even know me. He didn't even know my name. He didn't even say my name, right? He didn't even
What's sister? Sister, now you talking to me, sister?
I'm not talking to you.
Well, let's have a dialogue,
I'm
sister.
talking to him, and then your flock flew. Your flock flew, right?
What's flock
And he was
flew?
trying to, they were both trying to teach me,
Well,
right? I was
sister,
listening and
I wasn't right there. Let's it's me and you now, sister.
understand that, but
Now it's me and you now,
the
now,
same
sister.
issue that he had, you're talking over me. You're not even listening to speak. You're not even talking to me to actually respond. You just want to tell me a bunch of your shit that you gotta tell me, and then for you to get your words out. Well, right, I wanted to speak, but you didn't even let me speak.
All right, so
right?
well, I'm gonna
So
speak
I
right
don't
next
have
to
to
the
hear you
dialogue.
speak. Have a good
Read
day.
this.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7, verse 10.
Stop it.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn.
And that's what our women are, loud and stubborn. You got any questions?
I'm using.
You got some questions, brother? You said what? So you know you're an Israelite? Okay, I'll praise the Most High. Well, we have religious exempts. Religious exempts. And because of religious exempts, you can let them know that you don't want to work on some days. You have to be a little bit crafty with it. You may say, well, I'm a Jewish Christian. And you have to kind of come back Israel here, kind of hold weight according to society.
Right.
So you got to kind of be a little bit crafty with it. So if you want to knock on the Sabbath, first and foremost, you got to say it in front. Job I had before, I could tell my boss, I'm running, I can't wait for the Sabbath. So it's going into my religion. Now we know it's not a religion for so-called white people, but you have to say that in order for the whole respect. So, you know, you went off on the Sabbath, you kind of got to put your foot in and say, it's my religion. If you go against my religion, then according to this law, that would be a federal crime. You know, but other than that, but you working on keeping the commandments?
He was.
Yeah. How long you been knowing the Israel for? Just over around 2019, around 2020. For sure. Now, we really want to start off with keeping as sort of basic commandments. So we know about the French, right? Oh yeah, that's what slothfulness right there. What a Proverbs 6, verse 6.
Proverbs
What
6.
a Proverbs 22 and 13.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 6.
Pick it out.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
When we read the book of Proverbs, even when we read the Bible, the Lord commands man to look at certain animals, learn their attributes. What's one thing about the ant that you think God would tell us to go to an ant? That's one, because ants are always together. What's something else that they always do? Build. They work. You ever seen an ant just idle, chilling, vacation? No, every time you see an ant, they're walking somewhere, got some of these damn choppers,
Right.
carrying a damn piece of chip that's five times the height.
Politics, like, bro.
The ant is always working. So read that again. Read the slow.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Let's speak to the sloth. He said, go to the ant, thou sluggard. Read,
Consider her ways.
study it, consider her ways. Man, this is always moving. It's dealing with teamwork, leadership. Read,
And be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer and gathered food in the harvest.
Yes, they don't have, bosses. They don't got managers and I got a clock and all that checking. No, they work off their own will. Yeah, one person, that's the queen. What the hell she do? That's the only ant that chill. Just sit back and have babies all day. The rest of the ants, they work and provide for the whole colony. Lord said, go to the ant sluggard and consider her ways. Read.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Get a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep.
All it takes is a little bit of relaxation. Lord said, a little sleep, a little slug, a little folding of your hands to sleep, and what'll happen?
So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy wants as an armed man.
Then if you start slugging off and chilling, and that slight bit of time, all hell can break loose. You said you had the fridge, you never got them stitched on. You ever YouTube how to use a sewing machine? Can't be that hard. You got a point?
On the song, you use fabric. That's what I use. Machine wash. Walmart, going fabrics, anything to store that.
And then also, we're going to give you a flyer for you to pull off. On a flyer, we have some sisters in the congregation that also make brand shirts and things of that nature.
Oh, yeah, she,
Huh?
No, that's right, bro. That's
just
right.
thinking loud and trying to tell him, like, she wasn't talking to him. And he wasn't. So I wouldn't let her speak.
See that?
He keep trying to talk over her.
That's
like,
right, bro. That's right.
He
Good for the
wasn't
brother, man.
talking.
Good for the
He was
brother.
watching. He was just looking at her.
That's right, bro.
Let her walk off.
So, yeah, you still need brothers like you know? Read this again.
Go to the ant thou sluggard, consider her ways, and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provided her meat in the summer, and her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
Lord said,
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard?
just stay asleep.
How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Get a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy wants as an armed man.
Sirach chapter 22 and verse number 1. And bring this up.
Proverbs 22 and verse 13. The slothful man say, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the street.
That's going to go to Monday? Okay, for sure, man. Like I said, before you come, we'll give you a flyer too. Now, listen to this. Read this again.
Proverbs 22 and verse number 13. The slothful man says, there is a lion without.
Think about people that tend to be slothful or lazy, and, you know, that spirit that follow everybody. Don't think it's just you. That spirit follow everybody. You know, there'll be times where we're supposed to be studying. We're supposed to be studying. Start looking up that one page, you start dozing off, you start yawning.
Joe, like, it's for the skateboard,
The
though.
whole week, you know, reading, studying. So that's slothful. We call it slothful. It's a lazy thing. Something in the Bible, you see how they were slothful and the buildings beginning to decay and all hell was breaking loose. So read this again.
Proverbs 22 and verse 13. The slothful man said, there is a lion without, I shall be slain in the street.
That's all. That's a slothful man to say, man, it's a lion outside. I can't go to work today. It's a damn lion outside. Bro, there's no lion outside. There's no lion, there's no cheetah. We live in downtown Chicago. We in downtown Chicago right now. Ain't no wild beast running around. But a slothful man, the point of saying is that he make any excuse to not work. Read.
Verse 14. The mouth of a strange woman is a deep pit.
Go to Sirach 22.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 22, verse 1. A slothful man is compared to a filthy stone.
God said a slothful man, he's compared to as a filthy stone. We read in the law, a filthy stone, a stone that wasn't hewn or brought and used in the law. He didn't want to put it upon the tabernacle, it would be defiled. So God like this man inside the foul stone, an unclean stone that shouldn't be a part of the building. Read.
And everyone will henceforth out to his disgrace. A slothful man is compared to the filth of a dunghill. Every man that take it up will shake his head.
That again, Smith.
Every man that take is up, shake his head.
The Lord said a filthy man is likened into a dunghill. You know what a dunghill is, right? Pally poop. That's what the Lord said a slothful is likened into. So we read about our forefathers like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. These men were slothful. We read the Bible said Isaac, he sowed in the field, he received 100-fold. In 1 year, you know how much work you gotta do to receive a fold in 360 days? That's a lot of work you gotta put in. And we read Genesis the 30th chapter, verse 30. It said it was little when Laban had the fortune of Canaan, which it blessed and increased into abundance. We read Genesis the 13th chapter. Abraham, he had many cattle. He was rich. He had so much money, he couldn't even walk with his own nephew Lot. Because they both had a big inheritance. So we can't walk in this field. All our herdmen, they get into it, they fighting each other. That's gotta go out separate ways. We got so much. So our fathers, they work hard for them, hard work for them. As a matter of fact, what is Psalm 44:4? Oh, Psalm 44:1.
I think so.
That's really good. Psalm 44.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 44, verse 1. Let us now praise famous men.
The Lord said,
Let us now praise famous men.
let us praise famous men and what else?
And our fathers that begot us. The Lord hath wrought great glory by them through his great power from the beginning, such as did their rule and their kingdoms.
It said, let us praise famous men and our fathers that begat us. The first part, it said, our fathers that bear rule in their kingdoms. As a king, he doesn't have the option to swap. He doesn't have the option to be lukewarm or lazy. As a king, it's not going to get done, it got to get done. See the temple, you got preachers in, you got to build that up. You see the Philistines coming to make war, you got to go and send the army out and make war. If you see, somewhere in the city where the Levitical priesthood is like, you got to go and build them up. Wherever the king has to always be moving his mind, everywhere. And you a king, brother. So you got to move in that like manner. Mind, we're just talking about our fathers. And you already know he was with. You know our fathers more than just Martin.
We got a whole family.
Marcus Garvey. Who else? Rosa Parks. Our real fathers are the individuals. Our fathers in the Bible. Read.
Men renowned for their power, giving counsel by their understanding, and declaring prophecies. Leaders of the people.
Leaders of who?
Leaders of the people.
Leaders of the people. Read.
By their counsels and by their knowledge of learning, meet for the people. Wise and eloquent in their instruction, such as found out musical tunes and recited verses and writings. Rich man first with ability.
The Lord said,
Rich man first with ability.
was our fathers?
Rich man first with ability.
Fathers were rich men. Fathers in their ability. To be rich, you gotta kind of work to get rich. So that shows our fathers when it came to anything, music, rulership, riches. Go out to grind and work for it. Again, that's how Isaac was. Here it is, Abraham, he was already rich. And Isaac still had to put in his own work to get his inheritance. Isaac was rich. You think Jacob, you think he just gave all that to Jacob? Jacob still had to work. Jacob had to live with Laban. He went 7 years, right? Thought he was going to get the one he wanted. He got for this. He had to do another 7 years. He lived for 14 years and his father was already rich. So even with that, he would tell our fathers their mindset was a mind of work. So that's good that you came out here, brother. You know that we was already out here? Yeah, the thing is, before you get in that establish that jump, and look, spending our work schedule, y'all want to come on Saturday, but it's my religion to not work on Saturdays. I'm a Christian, I observe the Sabbath day and Saturday. And I believe in Christ, and that's my religion. You gotta kind of stick to that. If they don't hire you, that's on them. You don't want to break or trim your ways to fit in the society. That's how don't bless you with that job. You probably got another job for you. You be patient. You wait for the work to bless you. You got a point.
I also provide precepts because I know when I was working, they tried telling me, oh, you should work this day, or they tried questioning me. Rangers, I told them, hey, the number is 1538, I have to wear them. And after that, they let me alone. I looked at him. Ain't gonna show him. I have to write it. That's what it says.
Yeah, like I said, if that's fine, you brother, kind of gotta do. So be it. Now you do want to use this word and not abuse it, but you know, if you can't get off of the Shabbat for that job for some reason, you gotta start looking for another one. You know, because that'll hold you back. Trying to increase and learn and trying to come out to the word and that job, if you breaking the Sabbath, is holding you back. You know, the Sabbath is the highest day. The Bible call it the most sacred day. You got another point?
My job is hiring too. It was very unique. I work at UPS, the union job. Once you're part of the union, they can't mess with you. Your union will actually fight for you. That's one I get touched. Or anyone else. All of them are union based. So as long as you're cool with it, I with the union, they'll know that I call it religion.
Yeah, so that's wisdom right there. It's trying to despise that wise counsel. So, you know, these things, and we always there at one point. And we all didn't just come into the truth and the job just magically just magically just jumped at us.
Right.
We got to kind of fight for it. Some brothers first came in and they was working the Shabbat. When I first came out, I was working the Shabbat. Now it's a figure out how to get out of it. The Most High allowed me to get out of it. You know, that was years and years back. You know, but that shows when you try, when you put out the effort, it's how good you are. You know? So you gotta, as long as you keep putting your foot down from the Most High, do that and you see. Give me James 1 and verse. It's not verse 1. It's not verse 2.
Verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that trying of your faith worketh patience.
I said the trying of your faith works patience. You may not find that job tomorrow, next day, next week, next month, but the point is the trying of your faith is going to perfect your patience. Read.
But let patience have her perfect work.
The Lord said,
But let patience have her perfect work.
I said, let patience have her perfect work. Don't think you're going to find a job at your own time. It's on the Most High time. That's why he said, let patience have her perfect work. You keep praying, and you throw more praise. You ask the Most High to bless you with a job, you don't got to work the Shabbat. Ask the Most High to where, you know, you start coming out the camp, listening to the word. Maybe even being a part of a congregation that bears your spirit and build and grow from there. Because you don't want to be stagnant at the same pace where you was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. In Revelation 3 and verse 14. You call being lukewarm. It's either you can be lukewarm or you can increase. Read 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 10. Read this.
Nation. 3 and verse 14. And unto the angel of the church of right. These things say amen, the faithful and the true witness, the beginning of the creation of God. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
So he's talking to the church of the Laodiceans. Jesus Christ is looking at this church and he's saying, I know your works. And your works, you're not hot, but you're not cold at the same time. Read that again.
I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I will thou work cold or hot.
I will work that you either cold or hot. Either just be lukewarm or just be cold, fall out, or just be on fire. Don't be in the middle. Don't straddle the fence. He said, I'd rather you be cold or hot. Read.
So then, because thou art lukewarm,
Because thou art what?
because thou art lukewarm,
Read that again.
Because thou art lukewarm.
Because you may be lukewarm, you're in the middle. Read on.
and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Usually that's lukewarm. God said he'll just spew out of his mouth. A man that's cold wants to fall out the truth, and a man that's kind of in the middle, God said you in the middle, you might as well just be gone, because I'm going to treat you like one that's gone. God, he wants us to be fervent and on fire. And so that's beautiful that you came out, right? This is day one of your growth, right?
Day one.
You're getting that wise counsel brothers giving you, and it's only from here. Ain't no decreasing, ain't no, I see myself in the same spot too. No, you're going to increase, brother. Now read this. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 10.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 10.
No.
And indeed, ye do it toward all the brethren, which are in all Macedonia, but we beseech you, brethren, that ye increase more and more.
Lord said,
That ye increase more and more.
that again,
That ye increase more and more.
living for the promise.
That ye increase more and more.
I said, I'd rather you increase more and more. He said, we can double down on it. He said, more and more. He said, okay, let's just increase And that's it. But he said, I'd rather you increase more and more. The disciples, they had an increase. They went from being a fisherman, having these jobs, not knowing what the hell going on, to leading churches. We read Acts. You read Matthew the 2nd chapter, you read the book of Acts, you see they increase. See how much they grown in the spirit. Or grew in the spirit, rather. You see how Peter, he was quoting all these precepts before him. He didn't even know what was going on. So even the apostles, they grew all throughout the Bible. You see how fathers had a beautiful growth and a beautiful increase. It said David waxed mightier and mightier when you read the book of 2 Samuel, the 3rd chapter. Saul waxed weaker and weaker. Read that real quick. You got 2 Samuel 3 and verse number 1. Yeah, 2 Samuel 3 and verse number 1. All right, bring that out. Whoever got it first.
Read in verse number 1.
Bring it out.
Now there were long wars between the house of Saul and the house of David.
You ever read 1 and 2 Samuel? Right, so you know about the envy that Saul had for David. Right, so read that again.
2 Samuel 3 and 1. Now there was long war between the house of Saul and the house of David.
Right, civil war between the two, between the Benjamites and the house of Saul and the house of David. Read.
But David waxed stronger and stronger.
The Lord said,
But David waxed stronger and stronger.
David decreased.
But David waxed stronger and stronger.
He said David, he even waxed stronger and stronger. David, he never stayed strong. He increased. He went from being a young man that didn't know war, to slaying Goliath, to being a king, to having a whole dynasty up there, the Davidic dynasty, when all his sons were out there. That's David lineage. That's David. He waxed stronger and stronger. But what about Saul?
But the house of Saul waxed weaker and weaker.
The house of Saul, he waxed weaker and weaker. Until he just, he's gone. You know, he started getting more wickeder, and the Lord took his spirit. And his whole house was on too, besides John. You know? So you want to research your personal growing. One of the cheap ways to grow, you come out here, brother. Look at those videos, watch the videos, take notes. Are you going to watch the video? Okay. You ever seen our YouTube videos first? You ever seen our YouTube videos? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll praise the Most High, yes. Yeah, that's a long time ago right there. Yeah, so I didn't show here, bro. I said, yeah, it's showing increase. Like I said earlier, this is the first day of your true growth and your true increase. From now to next year, you see yourself on this side. Bringing it out, teaching. Telling brothers, hey, read this. Hold that precept. Hey, Christian, you should make yourself right here by yeah, you can see that, brother. I'll start with that vision. I got to execute. All you got to do is questions.
Don't let it work.
So, like I was always saying, we need brothers like you.
Right.
We need brothers that want to have a mind to work. We got to be in Miami 6. See, when the brothers are talking about his nose, his beard, his eyes, that's a green light right there. All the degrees down. And when he's telling you, it's like you said, you got the work to get out here. Taking the train. They got brothers that once got cars that don't even come out the car. Here it is, they gas is full. 10 minutes away. Still on that gas. Alright, any conversation. Like keyboard words. How can we bring this precept out? Turn the damn camera. Why you doing this? Scoffing. Bring out John 3:16. Well, you know the truth of the Lord, bro, you gonna come out and actually listen. Read this. This is the point.
Yeah, that's what you just said. You got a person talking about you guys are similar to the Pharisees.
Keyboard warriors. Let's only just comment. If we similar to the Pharisees, come out and cut us down. You got the spirit of Christ. Come outside and cut us down and send us up, please.
Right.
But you know, we're the beginning. We're making anything outside. So read this.
This is the Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 6.
You know?
Outside, though, the Pharisees believed in Christ. Paul was a Pharisee. being a Pharisee. Paul was a Pharisee. 4:6. 4:6, yeah.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 4, verse 6. So build we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto half thereof. For the people had a mind to work.
You know what I'm saying?
For the people had a mind to work.
My mindset gotta be.
For the people had a mind to work.
The people, they had a mind to work. We read about Nehemiah. He was given a decree to go back and build the walls. First, we can build way back. Him and Joshua, they kind of started. And Israel went back and Nehemiah. They was building up Jerusalem. It said the people, they had a mind to work. Imagine, go to Nehemiah chapter 2 and start at verse number 10. Imagine Nehemiah went back and it was just him by himself. Nobody had a mind to work. Nobody had a mind to put that work in. You would have been out there struggling. It would have been bad. The Lord is looking for men that have minds to work. Looking for fish like you, brother. Men that want to come out and build up his people. You know, I know you see that stuff about people. It's bad. And it was talking to a son of my earlier. You know? It was talking to him earlier. I had to kind of try to change his mind. That's bad right there. I say, no, our people's, our minds, the value. You see sodomites running away from you, see Jacob, they killing each other. All hell breaking loose, selling drugs to one another. That's only gonna stop if we come out here and do this work. All that voting, that's not even voting for years. That voting, that marching in the streets, Black Lives Matter, that Black Fist, that protest, those signs, has never worked. We read the Bible, the only thing that's been the cheat code is coming back to the commandments.
Right.
Read this. Read 2 and 2.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 2, verse 10.
Bring it out.
The son Ballot, the Hornite, and Tobiah, the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it. They breathed them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel. Verse 5. And I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight.
So this is Nehemiah's speech. Now Nehemiah went to the king. Because he couldn't just leave and go against the wall. He asked the king, because then he had a lot of big duty within the law that he put. He was a cupbearer, I believe. So he went to the king and he asked him if he could go back and build the wall. Read that again.
And I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my fathers, sepulchre, that I may build it. And the king said unto me, the queen is also sitting by him. For how long shall thy journey be? And when wilt thou return? So it pleased the king to send me, and I set and returned. Moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king, let the letters be given me to the governors beyond the river, that they may convey me over till I come into Judah. And a letter unto Esther.
Nonetheless, the point is, the point I wanted was it was in his heart to go back and build. You know, so you gotta be in it, you gotta be in your heart. Go down. I think that's Exodus 34. Well, 35 and verse number 1. That's right, Exodus 35 and verse number 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Hey, sister, you got time for God, sis? Sister. Hey, sister.
Separate.
And white.
1, 2, 3, 4 Edomites and 1 sister.
Right.
4 Edomites and 1 sister. I can only imagine. But I can't even imagine. So you see stuff like that. What does the so-called black woman have to do around? And she's just perverse. Short, then chicks always coming out. Counts up, fucking with 4 other so-called people. You already know what it is. Overthrown. Read this.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 1. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together and said unto them, these are the words which the Lord hath commanded that ye should do them. 6 days shall work be.
34 on one.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 1. And the Lord said unto Moses, you need 2 tables of stone, like unto the first. And I will write upon these tables the words that were in the first tables, which thou breakest. And be ready in the morning, and come up in the morning, unto Mount Sinai, and present thyself there to me in the top of the mount. And no man shall come up with thee, neither let any man be seen throughout all the mount, neither let the flock nor herd be before the mount. And he hewed 2 tables of stone, like unto the first. And Moses rose up early in the morning and went up unto Mount Sinai. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 5. Take ye from among you an offering unto the Lord, whosoever is of a willing heart.
When you read this account, they have to go back and they have to build.
Right.
Not go back, but they have to build the altar that is in the wilderness. So read that again, Slow.
Take ye from among you an offering unto the Lord, whosoever is of a willing heart.
Whosoever is of a willing heart. So your heart has to be willing to come out and do the work. Has to be, your mind got to be in it. Like how they say you got to have your mind in it. You got to have your mind in the game. That's how it is about this work. You got to have your mind, your soul got to be in it.
Let him bring it an offering of the Lord, gold and silver and brass, and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen, and goat's hairs, and ram skins dried red.
So they have to bring these different things. That's how it works. But they gotta have goat skin, you gotta kill the goat. Whoever slew or kind of killed the goat. Yeah, that's how it works. You know, for Passover, you know, brothers slew the lamb, you gotta kind of round the lamb up, wrestle it. You gotta do what you gotta do. They had to, you know, kind of put a lot of work in, for lack of better terms. Badgers here, they was working, they was grinding. Again, that's our fathers. That's the mindset they had. So if you got any questions,
We good, thank you.
got any questions, let me know. Fridays at 6:30 until about 10. Saturdays every Sunday at 3 p.m. until like 8, 9, around that time. Hold on, hold on. So look into that fire, all right, brother? Go to the friend zone, brother.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah, we ain't got you, brother. We ain't got you, brother. That's right, that's right, that's right. That's right, brother. So that's what we out here for. Alright, that's what we out here for. How good for the brother? All praise to the Most High. That's right. Ain't it fit, brother?
Right.
Yes, sir.
It fit perfectly, brother.
All praise.
All praises, man.
Yes, sir.
Brother.
Ready to study.
Yes,
See
sir.
that? Brother, got the practice on the water of blue.
All right, bro.
You see that? You know it's 1538, man. All right, brother. Stay safe, brother. Lord, all praise to the Most High. That's right. We out here fishing.
Numbers 15, verse number 38.
Bring it out.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them bridge in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, that they put upon the bridge of the borders a ribbon of blue, that may be upon you for a bridge, that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord, and do them.
What?
And do them. And do them.
Back in the world,
And do them.
You gotta put those fingers on and do them. So that's the whole purpose of y'all. I mean, we're not, like how we always say, we don't come out just to debate. We don't come out here to scoff at or debate Edomites, cuss out Edomites all the time. They ought to sincerely do the work. You got time, family, sister, got time for the Bible. All right, sisters, all Israelites.
It's a brother he been waiting on. He got a question. He said, what calendar are we to follow?
So,
It's not like it's on the
can't
same.
really name it off the top of all the feast days and all the but you know, some of them YouTube.
That's right.
Nonetheless. Alright? That's how we out here though. You know? Hey sister, good question. What's your opinion on the subject?
Hey, sis.
Good question. Good question. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Now we see this, how do you feel? Because it's not just to come up here early. She said what she's seen, she said it was beautiful. It's beautiful. She's slavery, babies getting fed to alligators, all hell, it's beautiful. Now what's your nationality from American, well what about, I guess you could say, American ethnicity, Black American. Now you believe in the Bible? So. Now let's say if you take the Bible out, just for, you know, for this people. Black American, America was a very recent question. Now, your ethnicity, you said Black America, but America didn't come about until 1776 after it got its independence. So, take America off, that's not your real ethnicity. Nice? Now, originally you said black though. Well, what about, let's say the East Indians born in America? Whatever heard somebody say, well, I'm an East Indian American. What do they say I'm East Indian? They say they're East Indian. So they say that because they know what they get back to.
Right.
You got Luke say I'm British American, I'm Italian American. They say that, you ever heard them say that? You ever heard that term? I'm Italian American. No, you don't see that. But the thing is, when it comes to our church, we always add, we always got to bring a term that we're not a part of. You was brought over here in slavery. How willing to be? Wait, you read that? A lot of us want visions. A lot of us want visions. But because a lot of us want visions doesn't mean that slaves are being placed. Well, I wouldn't say that. You know, it's a lot of, like, when we look on the sound, these people were subjugated under the treaty of slave trade, many of them slaves. If you look at the so-called Native Americans, a lot of them, they were dark-skinned individuals. When you look at the, where is it at? When you look at the so-called Dominicans, a lot of them, dark-skinned. When you look at the Puerto Ricans, dark-skinned, Mexicans, dark-skinned. Now, through a lot of mixing, colors kind of, you know, a lot of them got lighter. Nonetheless, the bulk of us was from West Africa brought over here via slave trade. Scholars say around 12 million, local believers never more. Nonetheless, go to Deuteronomy 28:60. I'm going to show you why, according to the Bible, it would be good for me to believe it. I understand that now. In the Bible, what you probably, well, I'm gonna ask you something. Did you grow up as a Christian? Was you taught being a Christian? Now, when it comes to Christianity and religion, we don't believe in religion. It is false religion. Our religion is man-made doctrine that indoctrinates the minds of individuals. You know, you put your own feelings with the religion, and when the truth tends to come out, people tend to get hurt because they're not used to cold-cut truth. Now, in the Bible, it actually speaks about black history, believe it or not. A lot of people actually wrote the Bible. This Bible is not written by so-called white men. That's what everybody say. Oh, that book was written by a white man. What white man? What was his name? Where is he from? What year was he born? The Bible was written by our ancestors. Everything, we can go back to the Israelites. The reason I asked you before about your heritage and your culture is because I wanted to make the point is that we have a heritage and a life, a real history prior to slavery.
Right.
You ask our people, you know, what's our culture, what's our history, or what's our history prior to slavery, you don't know. I also ask you, would you know? And that's the problem, because every race, they know their history. They go back to BC times, they understand where they come from. You got these different Han dynasties, these 10 dynasties. Chinese go back to, they understand where they come from. You got these different, what else? It's another dynasty. Yeah, they got these different East Indian dynasties and Alexander the Great. So these ancient kingdoms. What's our ancient kingdoms? Names. It's a problem. You don't know. But it's all documented in the Bible. I'm going to show you one of the biggest impacts of our history, slavery. To show you how it was documented in the Bible. Prophesied to happen before it even happened. This is Moses speaking. Read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt is another word for slavery or bondage. God said the Israelites will go back into Egypt, which means captivity. Because remember, in first Egypt, it was what? In slavery under Pharaoh. Moses said, let my people go. God said, if y'all want to disobey me, he sent y'all back into captivity with what?
With ship.
With what?
With ship.
What happened to black people?
With ships.
Did we go into slavery by way of slave ships? just read that out the Bible? Read on.
By the way whereof I expect unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Get off those ships. Why we sold? Did the Bible just say that? Is it describing our history? Read on.
For bondman and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you.
Bondmen and bondwomen, which means slave man and slave woman. We were. So if you ask me, it's kind of describing our history. This one, major impact to the T. Showing how this one can't be a book that everybody's supposed to be indulged in. Seeing how we're the ones that relate to these verses. Now, what color would you say the people are of the Bible? I was to ask you. I don't want any opinion or, well, I think
basically all the schools.
that's what they want. Like, go to Acts 13. Now, during the time of the 60s, 70s, the 30s, what word did they call us? What racist word they call us? Yeah, Negro, that's another one. The hard R, what's that? They got us the hard R, right? Now, did you know that during the time of the Roman Empire, they called us the hard R, the so-called white man? Because the Romans were white. All those emperors. And we have a history prior to slavery. We lived during that time.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure you heard the, what they call it, nothing new is under the sun. Now, if they called us the hard R in the 60s, how, don't you think they would have called us that back then, possibly? Let's read out the Bible.
In the book of Acts 13 and verse 1. Now, there were in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers and Barnabas and Simeon.
And teachers, Israelites. Their name was Barnabas. Another one was named Simeon. Now, let's see what these white people call it. Read.
That was called nigger.
It's called what?
That was called nigger.
Call us back then?
That was called nigger.
So they even called the people of the Bible niggers all the way back then. If you ask me, that sounds like the people of the Bible have to be so-called black people. Seeing how that same religious flow was even present at that time. Did you ever learn about that verse in church? No. You've been to church. You've been to church before, right? Church, they don't teach us what we teach you right here. We teach you the truth out of the Bible. According to the Bible is written by your ancestors, our ancestors. The Israelites, the real Jews, that's who we are. Ever heard about blacks being the real Jews? You have. But we hear that from. Oh, Levi. Oh, yeah. So Levi is one of the tribe. The priests, that's a good tribe. That's right. We are the real Jews.
So what?
Now, if we're the real Jews, how come that's not taught in the society? How come that's not taught in the church? Because church, if they read out the Bible, certainly they should tell us, oh yeah, by the way, we're the real Jews that we do this. Like, why do they don't tell us that? Black History Month, February 28th, the shortest month. You ever heard the people say, hey, look, y'all the real Jews, y'all the Israelites, y'all went to slavery because y'all broke God's commandments? Y'all ever heard that? No. So it seems like the truth, it gets silenced, it gets kept down, it gets muted. Why? Because America doesn't want truth to prevail in society. Imagine if all of black people found out that they were the real Jews, God's chosen people. You think we would have something as far as police brutality go on? If we found out that we were God's chosen people as favorite people?
So, the conqueror is
a lot of I got you, sir. I got you. I got you, sir. All right, man. We're going to read this verse for you, pull up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
The Lord chose one people, our people, to be a special people unto himself. Read.
Above all people.
Is this sister?
Above all people.
Anybody on that side?
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God called us. God's, the Bible said we're above all people. that are upon the face of the earth. That's how you got to keep it. So you be an Israelite, a real Jew, God's chosen people. Into that info, right? So, I pray some outside. Hey, brother, real quick. Real quick, I got a quick question for you, brother. Now, which one would you say is Christ? When you look at this sign right here, which one would you say is Jesus Christ? Looks more like Christ.
From growing up,
The one on your right side? So you think that looks more like Christ? Now, what color? Actually, let's go to Revelation 1. Now, I'm going to tell you something, brother. That was a lie. Tell you straight up, that was a bold-faced lie. Christ looked more like you, believe it or not. Read this.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
What we're about to read to you is the revelation, the revealing of Jesus Christ. Right, read.
Which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John. Verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
It said Christ had white, woolly texture hair. What texture or what race of people have woolly texture hair? So-called African Americans. That's how you able to get waves. And thou shalt not lie to the video where sheep have waves. Because that's that woolly texture. They kind of cut it real low, and the sheep start getting waves. And it's kind of cutting. That's that woolly texture hair that we have as a people. This is woolly. You can't dread it up without it being woolly. You can't braid your like this without it being woolly. You can't be roughy without it being woolly. Read.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass.
Christ's feet was the color of fine brass. Listen to what's on the color of brass. A brown like pitch or brown like color. So let's see how dark it was. Read like this. Read.
As if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters.
Take this and you burn it. What color is it going to be? Charcoal, meaning real black. So Christ, he's described as what color? Light skin or real black? Real black. So here it is again. Woolly hair and he's real black. Does that sound like that?
Don't turn left.
Hell no. So if it don't sound like that, there's a lot of letters that image in all the churches. In the Bible, the same thing like that. According to the Bible, Christ will look more like you. So every time you go to school or to church, and every time you open the so-called Bible, they should understand that Christ was just like you. They should protect you. But what happens? They turn us against each other for the most part. That's why y'all maintain. That's what your Bible in your hand. Oh, you just pick up God's spirit. What's that other English right there?
Testing.
Wow. What's that? 25 favorite stories from the Bible. That's what he messed up. This book is not a book full of stories. It's not a fairy tale right here. This is not a fairy tale. All those white people. I want to ask, where do you see yourself within them? All those black people, dark skin, red eyes, woolly hair? Hell no. What is that?
Right.
I'm gonna show you. Ishmaelites and Edomites. I'm gonna show you what the people of the Bible really look like. I want you to tell me. Send it back on me. I want you to tell me. And they look like those individuals that will look more like us. And just like that Christ, he was dark skinned. According to gene points of science, in order for Christ to have been that dark, mother and his father have to have been dark skinned. Christ's brothers and sisters, they have to have been dark skinned. Yeah, aunties, uncles, nephews. They have to be dark skinned. So if family have to be dark skinned, what about his grace and peace? Read Jeremiah 14 and verse 10. Read that again from top.
Judah mourning, and the gates thereof language. They are black unto the ground.
God said, Judah, look at the sign right here. Judah, they're in mourning. Judah is in the lowest state. And when it comes to Judah, you see American blacks. God said they are what color?
They are black.
They are what?
They are black.
What color are they?
They are black.
God said the real Jews
Israelites.
are what color?
Yeah, brother, got 2
Black.
minutes?
Now, are those black people right there? So, who the hell are they? If the real Jews are black, then what race is them? Who the hell are they? And why did they give you that? As shown, we're just talking about the church earlier. The church didn't do nothing but lie to you. And that, Lord made a manifest. They took a seed. They have to hold a seed. The Bible's not a book, it's about a book of real life accounts that actually happened. When real witnesses. When Noah flooded, when God opened up the earth and Noah built the ark, that wasn't, that's a good bedtime story. I'm going to write this up and sell it and, get the damn, put it in bars and novels and get the #1 book seller. No, that was a real event that happened. It was so real that even other races that don't believe in the Bible, their ancient records have an account of the flood. So you know this book is real. So for them to call it a story is disrespectful. What else is on there?
No, today
What's
it's
the first one? Let's get it.
Um,
As a matter of fact, we'll
Iowa State for the
all right, let me say this. What's that right there? You got it from there too? Look, it's like the same.
We seen that yesterday.
That's the only good thing. Is that King James version right? Okay, that's good. That's good.
She's the exception.
This is follows. It's got a how come the white man is all of. Go back to Acts 13. I want you to tell me something. This sounds like a white man or a black man. What Acts 13 mean?
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 1. Now there were in the church that was in Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon.
There were certain prophets. Now the prophets are Israelites. They said he's seen prophets and teachers. Their name was Barnabas. Their name was Simeon. You can see what racial slur they were called. Read.
That was called nigger.
That was called what?
That was called nigger.
What were the people of the Bible called?
That
was called nigger.
You can't make this up, brother. The people of the Bible was called niggers. Guess what time period this took place? Around the Roman Empire. Who ruled the Roman Empire? White people. The white people called God's chosen people niggers. What we call niggers in America? Don't history repeat itself? So you can't make this up. Right? You got a point? Oh, yeah, come on. Yeah, brother, so this is what you call indoctrination. When you read this, you start going through on the inside, digging, you laugh a little bit, you flip it, and you start falling in love with lies. Last time I checked, the truth wasn't supposed to make everybody feel it's good. What the truth? Yeah, the truth hurt. You find out that you told a lie. I like you can do two things. You don't stay in that lie and feel comfortable being in that lie, or you gonna get convicted like how you said you don't want to come out that lie and explain what's the truth. Why do you think they killed Christ? Is he speaking that real truth?
God bless you, brother. Man, we good.
Yeah. If Christ was teaching, I want to save everybody, I want to love everybody, I want to hug everybody and give all the kids kisses, you think they would have killed them? No. That's how you know even Christ, he was speaking more truth than we are. You see how they did our Lord. And we just read our Lord was what? A so-called black man.
Right.
So he died and got killed as an innocent black man, the same way how we do in America.
That's right.
That shows the correlation between our people and Christ and how we are the same people. We read that the real Jews are what color? What did it say? Black. So if all these people are black, they being called nigger, they being called black, they get killed unjustly. We read that in the Bible. Maybe that to us, that must mean that we are the people of the book.
That's right.
And the people of the book, they sin by going after what? Strange gods, false ideologies, and false religions. Go to first. Yeah, that's another one. That's one. Go to 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 18, and go to 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse number 1. So you have something called false doctrines, indoctrination, the lies of sin. And these things are smooth words.
I told him now I gotta move that damn
What a lie is that it's gonna sound good. It's gonna sound like the
What was that? Look. What was that? What's your nationality?
That's what church is about. What they sing, they sing, they out to money. Because first they sing to make you feel good. And they go, Jesus. And when they dance, Jesus. They're gonna get you up. They're gonna get you excited. You start throwing the pillows and wiping the what you dancing, then they pass on that plate. And you just, I don't know what's going on, snapping. Pastor say, as a matter of fact, I'm 20 more. I'm 20 more. Let's go on check. They throw in her check. And now you going on broke. Can't feed your kids. Wife asked you want the check. Then you said I gave it to the pastor. Pastor pulling up in the Bentley. All new, yeah, nice rings at the all nice tucks. You got the sleeve puffed up and coming in there smooth. Got his little pimp cane. You know, he kind of walking with a limp. Every week, and here it is, you still taking the damn bus. Because their job is to make you feel good. It's a trained spirit slowly. You don't even know. Let's read this.
Book of 1 Timothy 4, verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in latter time some shall depart from the faith.
Last days. Believe it or not, you want the last days. In the last days, some will depart from the faith. Read.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
What's this?
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
It's just for Jesus.
Giving heed to seducing spirits.
I call this a seducing spirit. Did they read you these Bible verses? Did they think that Christ was blood? No. So clearly, that's a what? Seducing spirit. Even if they for church, you can let them turn back. Giving heed when you're listening to seducing spirits. Read.
And doctrines of devil.
Now, this is a doctrine of the devil. Christianity did this to them. All over religion that did this to them. They had crosses when they was doing this. Not only to our people, but to the so-called Native Americans. Look at this. A cross. It came in Christianity. That's the false doctrine that they preach, and guess what? They still preach it to this day. But now in your mind, read this and what you got. St. Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 22.
2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 22.
Bring it out.
Start at 15.
Verse 15. And I will verily clap.
Chapter 12. 15.
11 and 15. Therefore, it is no great thing if his minister also be transformed as the minister.
13.
Verse 13.
Now this is Paul. You know about Paul the apostle, right? That's what Paul said to the church at Corinth. Mind you, Paul was in jail a lot. Paul did a lot of traveling. He couldn't always see the churches in person. So he wrote epistles and to make sure that these men were in order. It's one of the epistles and directions that he gave to the church that was at Corinth when he was away. Read this.
For such are false apostles.
Read that again.
For such are false apostles.
The Lord said,
For such are false apostles.
that again.
For such are false apostles.
I said, for such are false apostles. Read.
Right. Deceitful workers.
Deceitful what?
Deceitful
What
workers.
is Christianity?
Deceitful workers.
Nasty players?
Deceitful workers.
Deceitful workers, you know?
Transforming themselves into the apostles of Christ. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light.
And these men, they transformed themselves to act like they were the apostles of Christ. I'm coming in the name of Christ. You know, I'm coming to do the work. And then it said, even Satan himself can transform into an angel of light. So you're thinking it's an angel, you know, you're hearkening to it, and over time it's giving you wrong and wicked direction and wicked counsel. That's what the Christian church is. How the hell can someone follow a religion? Namely, how can we follow a religion that has killed the most people on the earth, but still find a way to follow it and doctrine? I see a video, you know, of there was a brother who was bowing down to white Jesus. The brother from the top of the corner and said, hey, brother, Christ is not white. The brother got up and kind of punched him. That's how messy the story we are. To where you would destroy and fight your own brother over a false image. That image right there, that's an actual man, believe it or not. His name is Caesar Borgia.
That's right.
They painted him as the image of Christ during the Renaissance time. But that meant he was he actually walked the earth, he was a son of, he was homosexual.
Right.
And they painted him as the image of Christ. When the image of Christ is really in the Bible. And that's what Christianity does to our people. So, you know, these Catholics, brother, you gotta kind of do away with it. Out of love. So they're not going to read off. The best thing that they give you is that Bible. That Bible is true. That's true, pure words. But their understanding on it is how your mind is clouded and deformed. You know what it is? So what we're doing is that, brother, we teach out of so-called black descent. Like God shows you will be an Israelite according to the Bible. You know that? You know that you're a Jew? What tribe you from? So when it comes to children of Israel, it's 12 tribes. Would you call yourself American black? Or would this world call you that? Haitian? Or on the south? Like, we call you a Jew, we classify it according to society as one. Mainly American black. That's Judah. So you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. According to the prophecies, the tribe of Judah, they were prophesied to go into slavery, slave ships. They were prophesied to be, a tribe that all of us would follow. They had the soul. So it's concerned that the Judites, modern day, we call them Americans and Christians. So he's being an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. That's what's came from Judah. We just read it. Guess what's came from Judah? Huh? Says they come from the tribe of Issachar. A specific man comes from Judah. That man we just read about Christ.
Right.
Christ, he comes from Judah. Read this.
Hebrews 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
You know what I'm saying?
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Sprang out of Edom.
That our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Our Lord, he sprang out of the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
That's probably why he got what? The woolly hair and a dark skin. We come from the same tribe as the Lord, brother. That's deep right there. Now it's Israelites. How can this happen to our people? How can this slave and oppression around you? What did that happen to God's chosen people? But it's deep. We end up breaking the commandments of God, the laws of God. Everything in your church. The church will tell you that the laws of God are done away with. It's another keep the commandments. When Christ died, he knelt all out on the cross. According to the Bible, we have to keep the commandments in this present day. Daily. Daily didn't mean okay just during that time and then we got to stop killing. Right, and then I stop and go back freaking off and do God knows when I pick it back up and I feel it. Every day, we gotta keep these commandments. Every day. Group from one now. Do you know any commandments that we have to keep as a people? It's a lot. Now that's an attempt. But you know that it's outside the temple. We're going to show you freedom outside the team. Okay, no doubt, I got it. Dallas, we got a couple dollars. So send it, you see it, you see it in dollars. Now, I'll check you some. It's good this for you. It's going to be we do this up. Put the brothers down there in Dallas, it's going to say $35. Look into those brothers. I like them to get a chance. No doubt, man. No doubt. Who is that? Check it out, brother. God chosen people.
It's always come out there in Dallas, brother.
That's right. That's right. No doubt. All right, brother. You too, brother. You said, get up for the Lord.
That's all praise. All praise. Hey, fellas. We've been waiting on you all day, man.
Come on, brother. Put that jacket on, brother.
Check this out, brother. Check this out, old school.
You like that? You like that jacket?
Hey, you too, brother.
Yeah, with that jacket
We
too,
been waiting
brother.
on you.
Some J's on, brother. Check it out, man.
Hello. Hey, family, y'all got time for God?
Y'all got time for
Black
God?
Jesus? Anybody got time for Black Jesus?
I know she do. She always goes. Oh, yeah.
Man, our sisters, man. Man, our sisters. Man. Hey, brother, what's your opinion on this song right here? Check us out 2 seconds. Hold on. What's your opinion on that sign?
I see natives on the sign.
You said what?
It look like it's like native.
Yeah, it's native, but I'm talking about the condition of the sign. More so. The images that you see. Yeah, they old, but you see this here oppression, you see pillaging, you see robbing, you see slavery. Why did this happen to our people? Why is slavery happen to so-called black and Hispanic people? Look right here, brother.
I'll shoot right here.
Why does slavery happen to our people?
I don't know.
The reason why it happened is because of black people don't listen. We believe that blacks don't listen. We think that we are hard-headed people, are stiff-necked people. We are, right? Now, how do we get out of a condition like this, out of a predicament like this?
Teamwork, working together.
Yeah, that's one. That's not bad, working together. But it starts with knowing who we are as a people. Right. If I was to ask you what's your race, what's your heritage, what would you say?
I don't got no answer for nothing like I don't even.
And that's the thing. Everybody has a biblical, not even biblical, but everybody has an identity that they go back to. A heritage that they claim. Customs and a culture, a name. You got the so-called white man, he go back to his ancient, kingdoms. The East Indian man, he go back to his ancient kingdoms. Where do we go back to? What dynasty do we go back to? What kingdoms? We don't know as a people. But that's what we got here. I know you want to go, we're going to give you a quick flight, all right, brother? You will be an Israelite. God's chosen people. Look into that information. You got to repent and keep the commandments. Love, brother, for sure.
All right, brother.
All right. Go to Jeremiah 16:16. Yeah, go to Jeremiah 16, verse 16.
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16.
Pick it out.
Behold, I will send many fishes, says the Lord, and they shall fish them.
The Lord said,
And they shall fish them.
And
they shall fish them.
And
they shall fish them.
we fishing. Our job is to come out and to fish, to find the lost sheep of the children of Israel. Go to Matthew chapter 2 and verse number 16. Now in John chapter 20, I believe that's verse, John 21, John 21 verse 2.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 2, verse 16.
What's up, brother? Check us out, brother. All right, read it.
Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and all the children that were in Bethlehem, and all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently inquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken. Then was fulfilled.
Is that Matthew 2? Matthew 2 verse. Go to Matthew. All right, go to Luke 4 and 28. Go to Sirach 33 and 30. Questions? Go to Sirach 33 and 30.
This is the book of
Sirach. Read this first.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 28.
Read out.
For as it was their mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
The Lord said,
Seek him 10 times more.
That again?
Seek him 10 times more.
The Lord said, seek him 10 times more. Read.
For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again in your salvation.
And God that brought these plagues upon us, slavery, rape, robbery, murder, captivity, is going to be the same God that brings everlasting joy again when our salvation. Read this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 43, verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he foresee. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength. The Lord said,
Put forth all your strength. Put forth all your strength. Put forth all your strength.
And be not weary, for you can never go far enough.
No man can never go far enough when it comes to serving the true living God, Yahweh, behind Shema Mashiach, Womalak, Constance of God, Yahushua. And with that, pull your shoulder.
Kwam Yasharallah. Kwam Yasharallah. Kwam Yasharallah.
Wake up the lost sheep in the house of Israel. Come out of your miracle, man. Come out of your ways. Right? You have to You know, tell a lot of people what's coming up, what's going on. The destruction is coming to America. Destruction is coming to America now. But you have to repent, man. So-called black Hispanics today repent. Read that. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 17.
Bring it out.
From that time, Yahweh shall begin to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And Yahweh shall walk you by the sea of Galilee. So two brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. For they were fishers. Some of the people are not going to fight, man. Right? They're not going to get on the way. Some will. I mean, we are here from the 11th. Right? We are here from the Revelation 6 and verse 6. Right? The Lord said, don't touch the oil or the wine, man. Right? That's talking about the 11th. Right? Don't touch the oil or the wine. Read 1 Chronicles 6:39. Right? We will go Isaiah chapter 10, verse 9. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Right.
Like as I think about it.
Right, so we got to tell us, you got to declare and tell our people they the truth of the Bible, who they are. Right, that you are God's chosen people. Right, that you are of the elect. Right. Right, let's do it. Read that. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 10, verse 9.
Bring it out.
O Israel, thou hast sinned from the days of Gibeah. Right, it said, O Israel, read. There they stood. The battle in Gibeah against the children of iniquity did not overtake me. It is in my desire that I should chastise.
I don't watch the news.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 9, verse 10.
Bring it out.
I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. He found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. What do you make wine? You make wine with grapes. I found Israel like grapes in the wilderness. I saw your fathers as the first ripe in the fig tree. What? The fig tree. That fig tree, you make oil out of a fig tree, man.
Right.
Right, so that oil and that wine is talking about Israel. And most importantly, it's talking about the elect. Right, so we got to tell them, y'all are God's chosen people. Right. Right, not those people over there in Israel right now that's committing all type of genocide and murder and rape. Right, those aren't the real Jews, man. Right, those are not the real Israelites. Right, those people don't give a damn about you. Right. Those people don't care about you. Right. Right, those people don't care about you, man. And we care about you, man. And good book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. Read this. The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 16, and verse 20.
Bring it out.
And when they went from nation to nation, verse 21, he suffered no man to do them wrong. The Lord said what he's elect. And that's what we can stand up here boldly professing the name of the Lord, man. To say what we want to say. And all of it is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Like, no man can touch us. No man can do it. No man can tell us what to do, man. Like, all these things are the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. People that hold that, you look at Matthew chapter 10, verse 20. You look at Luke chapter 21, verse 2, 15. You look at Job chapter 32, verse 15. Continuing on, it says, yet he reproved kings for their sakes. Kings for us, read. Saying, touch not mine anointed. Hey, the Lord said, don't touch his anointed. Don't touch the oil in the wine. Don't touch the Israelites right until they see it. Right, read. And do my prophets no harm. Don't do the service of harm. Right, until that day, no, we're not going to be touched up here, man.
Right.
Hey, that's why when these Palestinians come up here, man, hey, guess who barricades us, man? Guess who's surrounding us, man? Like, Right, that's the Lord. Give me that. Give me the Proverbs chapter 16, verse 7. The Lord said He gonna make our enemies be at peace with us, man.
Right.
No man, nobody gonna touch us, man. We can say whatever we want to say in righteousness up here, and no man is gonna touch us. No police officer, no sergeant, no lieutenant is gonna touch us until the Lord says we can touch us. Read
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, and verse 27.
Pick it out.
Verse 7. When a man's ways please the Lord, He maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. He
Maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him.
His enemies to be at peace with him. You see that all throughout the scriptures, man. Nobody touched the Lord until the Lord, till it's time, till the Lord says it's time for them to be touched. Right? All you know right now, man. Nobody gonna touch us, man. Right? Read this. Lamentations 4:17.
This is the Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
Bring it out.
As for us, our eyes as yet held.
Okay, 2 minutes for God, sister. I'll make to y'all next now. 2 minutes, brother, for God. Come on, who you are.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that cannot save us.
Watching for a nation again. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, it don't matter. Right? These are both the same evil. You got the Democrat and Republican. These are both wings on the same eagle, man. The same eagle that came over here from Spain, the same eagle from Greece, the same eagle from Rome. They're all on the same bird. It's the same eagle, man. Right? There's no difference between them. These people are not going to save you. Right? You can do all the voting that you want to do, man. You still not going to flee from this oppression. You still not going to flee from this captivity. So we have to tell you, hey, come back to the Lord. Like, look at Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1. Hey, come back to the Lord, man. Right, the Lord, again, he brought us down to base because our forefathers broke the commandments. But guess what? In these last days, He's healing us. Right, He's raising us back up to who we truly are, kings and princesses on this earth.
Right.
Rulers on this earth. Right, we tell our people who we are, man. Right, it's not just some hope or some thought. You're not black, you're not African American, you're not Mexican, you're not Hispanic, you're not Puerto Rican. You would be one of God's chosen people, Israelites.
Right.
And we have to declare that, man. I'm not here to declare the truth of the Bible. And what it really is and what it says. Okay.
Just be lying. I want someone.
2 minutes for God. 2 minutes for God.
All right, Aaron, let's listen.
That's right, sister.
Aaron? 2 minutes.
For God.
All right.
The Bible, right? Has God ever called anybody black as a nationality, as a nation of people? No, it's not in there. Right, so what's going to come and find out is that God covered 18 nations of people on this side, on the right-hand side. But in actuality, He has chosen people. From the foundation of the earth, He said, you know what? I got to between 18 nations, I'm not offended. Things quite different, quite better than everybody else. And these people will be the people that you see on the sign right now. That's why if you look at this sign, you see on the left, you see how these people, they do things different. They move from, they cook them, they sing them, they intentions. Anything you think of, they do it better than everybody.
Right.
These will be the Israelites, God's chosen people. Now, you ever heard of Moses, right? You ever wonder why we live in the ghettos and the slums? Why we have generational curses on us? You ever ask yourself that? You said, what? That's true, but actually it's deeper than that. Give me Deuteronomy 11:26. You said how long? So the Lord sees us on. Just like you gotta look aside right, chapter 7.
It's going to be packed. That's a hard thing.
Let me start right 7 and 23. Right, like you were just saying, you can't walk. See, I was going to we stand right here. I'm going nowhere. That's why places are messed up because you got the kids telling the parents what to do.
Right.
Right?
Yo,
Some of the same stuff.
they cut them up.
Judges 5 and verse. Second Judges 5 and verse. Give me some Acts 7. You in the car, why you have to have your music that loud? Like you feel? You're not in a damn nightclub, man. You're not in a damn strip club, man. Right, this ain't your music, man. Like, that's why you look at us to this day. All the people on the sound right there, they going through some type of curse. Even right now, you got ICE. Like they're trying to bring in martial law. Right?
So eat with these afros today.
So these things are coming at the time, right? Because God punished them. Because Moses gave commandments to the Israelites. He said, man, you got to teach guys some habits that y'all don't want to personally. Let's prove that. Deuteronomy 11:26. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11.
No!
And it says, behold, I set before you a blessing and a curse. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God. Curse if you don't obey the commandments. So we're going to reach for these curses when we go prove to the Lord of God.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48.
Bring it out!
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
So the Lord said as a curse you will have to serve your enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
Whenever you want to get something to eat, drink, clothes in your back, you will have to go to who? What if you go to who? You go to your enemies. Yeah, read that again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
The Lord said, for breaking his commandments, you have to serve your enemies. How?
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So the Lord said he's going to send your enemies against you for what? Hunger, thirst, and nakedness. Meaning if you want to get something to eat, you got to go to Chick-fil-A, Walgreens, Kroger, McDonald's, Burger King, anything you want to eat at, you'll have to go to your enemies. Even water. Water falls freely out of the sky. Like we got to pay for water bill. We got water in the streams and the rivers and the lakes. But we still have to buy the ice. Like when you say the nakedness, the clothes on your back. Right? Who owns that for us now? Who owns Nike? Right? We Adidas. We don't own that these things. The Lord said you don't have to go to your enemies for these things.
Right.
In ancient days, we had our own house, clothes. We
And in one of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
He's going to put a yoke of iron. This is a yoke of iron. The Lord said he'll put a yoke of iron on your neck until you've been mentally and physically destroyed. I mean, you call yourself black, African American. You're not calling yourself an Israelite, one of God's chosen and favored people. Right? Keep reading.
Verse 68. Verse 54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you.
Another curse, the Lord said, the man that was once tender and delicate towards you, how will he act?
And very delicate. his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Now we don't have an evil eye towards one another. That's black on black crime. Right? That's why we can never get along. That's why our business never has any substance. It always fails within a year or two. You go to Chinatown. Hey, I've been in Chicago all my life. Chinatown has never failed. Hey, Chinatown is everywhere. Guarantee you, Chinatown has not failed. But our businesses, guess what? They fail. Read.
And toward the remnant, and toward the wife of his bosom,
Evil eye towards our women. He said the wives of our bosom.
and toward the remnant of his children,
And towards our kids.
which
What do you think the man gonna do to his kids? Just as a curse. We hear that the man, right? We don't have an evil eye towards his wife, right? What you think gonna happen with the man and his kids? What is the man known for doing in the household with his kids? He gonna be what? Not beat on him. Let's read it.
which he shall lead.
Right. So isn't that something that happened without you? Like the father said, you gonna like get a pack of squares, get some milk, and never come back. This is the curse that happened to the Israelites. All these people, Israel is our father. He had 12 sons, just like your mother or your father. They had 12 sons and daughters. Right? They would have kids. And we would be the sons of Israel, which makes us the Israelites. Like you would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Like that's your nationality. You can't call yourself black woman. You can't call yourself African American. You would be one of God's chosen people.
Right.
Now, being God's chosen people, that's not enough. Because even though we know that we're God's chosen people, like we spent in the slavery captivity. So breaking God's commandments got us into this situation. What do you think we got to do? To break the curses. What do you think we got to do to break these curses that we're in? Single parent household, the father's not in the household. Right? But breaking God's commandments got us into this situation.
Right.
We got to keep God's commandments.
Right.
Right, so this is how you keep God's commandments. I'm going to give you some commandments because you got to start keeping His commandments. A lot of people don't know God's commandments. Right? It's more than 10 commandments. But we're going to give y'all just a few commandments that you got to start keeping to this day because this is what happened to our people for breaking His commandments. These curses right here. You see these curses, all these plagues and these pestilences that happen to our people? Like, all these things happen because we were disobedient to the Lord our God. In the book of Leviticus 11:7.
Book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean to you.
What he said? The swine. Y'all know what swine is? Swine is pig or pork. The Lord said he's unclean to you.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
You got somebody trying to cause confusion. It's like three brothers getting on him, like they cutting him up. At first he was saying, he's saying we cause seizures and stuff like that. Like,
And their
I don't
carcasses
know
shall
what
ye
he
not
really
touch.
saying, but they
They are
asking
clean
the
to
right
you.
question. They asking
These shall ye eat of
instead
all
of like
in the
just
water.
giving a breakdown, they asking the question. And then
Whatsoever has
he
fins
said
and scales,
whatever has
that the Bible's for everybody and stuff.
don't
And
have
something
fins
about
in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers,
then the brother
them shall
said,
ye eat.
how
And
we're
all
taking
that have not fins or scales, in those seas and the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
said it's an abomination that you eat things that
No,
don't have
it's not on
fins
right
and
now.
scales. So what are some of the things that people like to eat that don't have
No, I
fins and
just
scales
turned it
come
off,
out
but
the
I had put this on the charger.
Don't have
Because it
fins
turned
and
off.
scales.
I don't know if it's charging or not. I don't know.
Catfish,
But
shrimp, crab.
yeah, somebody causing confusion in the chat, but the brothers, it's like three brothers getting on. It's the Jeffrey Tucker dude. He's saying stuff, but the brothers are getting on him. I kind of letting them do what they do with him.
It's a nasty animal.
Oh yeah, he said, how is it possible? He said, is it possible to be taken? Let me see. Is it possible to be taken from something you were never a part of? Yeah. So he's saying, how is it? How is it
They actually clean, they're like a water filtration.
They just get.
They're like a filter.
They
I
just in
forgot
on
the
them,
number,
bro.
but they actually there to clean up recycle water, make the water clean. That's why you go to some of these other
I
countries
triggered it
like
though. I didn't say you Christians
Jamaica,
can't.
the water
I
is
put
so
the title,
crystal clear.
you Christians can't
Like
build
Michigan,
what?
some of
So I kind of knew that was
lakes,
coming.
it's all dirty and polluted. Why? Because the so-called white man is taking all of the dirty animal that's there to clean it, and guess what? We put it into our body, in our system. This is why our great grandma, that's why we get high blood pressure, now diabetes. We get all these sicknesses. That's why we get all these illnesses.
Look, he said he's confounded.
We keep God's commandments. All because our forefathers didn't listen. Slavery happened because our forefathers didn't want to do what God said do. Read this.
Shalom.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 61.
Break it out.
Also, every sickness and every plague, which is not written in the book of this law,
Whatever is not written in the book of this law, we still get it. AIDS, HIV, all these different types of sicknesses, all these diseases, we still get it. Even if you don't read about it, we get it. Read.
Then will the Lord bring upon thee. Then will the Lord bring upon thee until
Y'all
thou be
brothers
restored.
asking him the right questions, but also y'all can ask Jeffrey Tucker, who is able to sin? Who is the law given to? Because sin is the transgression of the law. And every nation was not given the law, but the Israelites. So Jeffrey Tucker, whatever you saying is none of void, is disannowed.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
While we walk for you, grab my hand.
They don't know who they are. They call themselves black, Hispanic. They don't know who they are. They call themselves Greeks, Romans, Italians.
Sister.
Way out, man.
So we would be the ones that's been discontinued from our heritage. So now, I wonder why your nationality changes every 20 years. They call themselves black, African American, color, then it's Negro, then it's Afro American. Why you call yourself an Afro American? Here's the Lord said we would discontinue us over every.
That again thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
We don't know. Because back then, before we got all these slave ships, before we got all these boats and the soldiers, our enemies, we was always in Israelites. It was until we came over here, as the Lord just said, we would be destroyed. Because this is for Vietnam.
No, es como que lo está mandando a dar una vuelta rara, digo.
Who you are, that you God's favorite people. But you know, if that we understand.
Jeff, who is we?
Hey, your identity, sis. They ain't gonna leave y'all. If they don't live friends, they're not gonna leave.
Today.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
Take.
You gotta go. Take out the light. QR code.
Jeffrey Tucker, read Romans 9 and verse 3 on down.
Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 10. When he shall come to be glorified and his saints, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed. And that's what happens when I come up here and we teach this word. Lord willing, hey, the testimony is believed. Again, we're not up here lying, man. We're out here to tell the truth, pass down all of these false doctrines, all of the lies that we've been taught. Because the so-called white men and women is a lie. They've been lying for us for years in history. Right? They don't want you. I mean, these people that's been doing all of the raping and the killing and the robbing and the murder. You think these people are going to want to be right with you? Right? The Lord said, don't join hands in hands with them. Right? The Lord is showing you, right, revealing to you their nakedness, their shame. Right? You think the people, a nation of people that put you and subjected into slavery, that's the wisdom of God. Right? So we are here teaching our people that we God's chosen people, the Israelites. Y'all ever heard of the Israelites before?
You heard of the Israelites, but you know that they were God's chosen people. Like, look at that, 1 Chronicles 16 and 13. So we actually telling our people the truth of the Bible. Like they saw wouldn't be, if I ask what your nationality is, what would you say? Say what? I said, if I ask y'all your nationality, what would y'all tell me? African American. Y'all believe in the Bible? You won't find the terms African American in the Bible. Right? You're gonna find these terms. You're gonna find these nationalities. Right? Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Cushites. All these different nationalities you're gonna find in the Bible. So, I put all these lists of people, the same people that was written up in the Bible, they still don't know to his name. Now, the job is to find out who you are, because again, God has an elect for a chosen people. Now, God shows the people that got generational curses facing these people. You gotta find out who they are, because you got a nation of people that they're saying that they're the Israelites. They say, they say, gotta go.
Take this flyer.
There's nothing more important than knowing your identity. There's nothing more important to know that you're God's chosen people. Right? Again, give me Ezekiel 7 and 2. Right? I mean, I'm sure knowing your identity, knowing that salvation in the kingdom of heaven is more important than getting a bite of food. I'm sure you're not going to die within the next 10 minutes. Right? Your identity, this knowledge of the Bible is true, is more important than anything.
Right.
Than anything on this earth. If you knew that the kingdom of heaven, and this is the biggest mystery that other people don't understand, that, you know, God didn't create this world to be hands in hands with him. Look at Luke 4 and 3. The Lord didn't create this world, didn't create this land to be holding hands and to be subject to our oppressors. Right. To be cool with our oppressors. Right. I mean, you being there for the people that's been lynching and hanging and robbing, you think they're going to be friends with you in the Lord going to allow them to be friends with you in the kingdom? Right, that's the Lord, you make the damn, you make the Lord Right, give me a book in 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and I believe it's verse 15. And this stuff is coming, man. Like, we can claim, we showing the people the truth of the Bible, man. What's about to happen? Right. What's happening right now? Right. Like, these actually said that, hey, martial law is coming to D.C. Martial law is coming to Chicago, LA. All these different cities. Right, everywhere.
Shut it down.
Right, the Lord is about to shut this place down. The Lord is slowly but surely paralyzing this place.
Right.
And you people still want to have fun, man. Without knowing you still want to have fun, right, and magnify your oppressor and his dollar. Right, his dollar is about to collapse. Right. You glorifying this dollar with these white images on here. Right, this Lord is about to destroy this dollar. Somebody look up that Esther project. Is that Project Esther? Somebody look up Project Esther. How they're about to start backing these different coins, and right, it's going to be backed by coins instead of gold. Right, you got BRICS Nation, which is controlled by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and South Africa. They're actually building the currency that's backed by gold and it's going to overthrow the dollar. Yeah, these damn Edomites, Donald Trump, and I forgot the other guy, man. But they're building currency that's backed by damn coins, man. Is that Project Esther?
The Project Esther. Project Esther is a project of the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank based in Washington, D.C. that aims to suppress pro-Palestinian protests and what it classifies as anti-Semitic. That is a good backup, but that's another I can't think of the name of it. That Project Esther is coming. Well, if you say anything about anything about anti-Semitism, right? And they're gonna try to put you in jail, man. Like anything you look up on social media, right? They're gonna try to come to issue. They're gonna try to throw the name. They're gonna try to throw the weapon.
Come on, sis. Come on, sis. You only can ask me answer question.
Like, so what's your nationality according to the Bible?
Real fast.
It's not a religion. What's your nationality? It's not a religion. You believe in the Bible? Why not? You believe in God? You believe in God?
Emotion?
What you believe in? I mean, you know what God looks like? You know He looks like you? Me and you? Why do you call yourself African and American? You know American comes from a small white man, American was speech. You learned about that history in school. Why do you call yourself like your oppressor? The same people that put us down, people that were subject countries.
I'm saying what is on the like African American.
Right. So, I mean, what if they say dogs or purple? You check that too? Well, what if they put it on there because they control America? They're the ones that you go to for education. What if they put that on there? I'm saying that, do you understand that our people are given 7 different nationalities and we speak with it?
Right.
African American. Our people are named after a hairstyle. Afro American.
Man.
Afro American. Is that on the white piece of paper?
Yeah.
Afro American is not on there?
And then,
A lot of people call ourselves Afro American.
Teach me how to be good, brother.
Yes.
I'll find out when I die.
No, come teach me how to be good.
No, I'll
A lot of
find
people
out
talk.
when I die.
You never heard of Afro American.
Find out when I die and you will
To
too.
be good.
If you're right, and then
You never heard of
nobody's
Afro
good. Nobody's good.
Don't pay me.
No.
Should I be good by hope
So you call yourself Afro American.
That's how you got, man.
You never heard that term before? Right, so a lot of people come, whether you know what I'm saying, believe it or not, a lot of people do call ourselves like that.
Salakia, can I had just plug this up. Can I see how it sound on your phone if it's picking
Well,
about this?
the point I'm trying to fix
showing
is
the green
that
light.
these people on the side, the so-called white man,
just
and
turn it
Syrians
off.
and Chinese people, their nationalities
I don't
don't
get
change.
this.
Why does ours change?
now the quick.
You guys bring a bell, like, why does our nationality change? But theirs don't.
That's the first time I found out about it. It was like last month.
Or you just like, worry about it.
Testing.
So my message or the point is to break our people up out of the street. Because our people don't know that there's God first.
Is this-
That we're the people of the book. To fly a plane and to drive a car, do we still, that was written by man. That's the point. If we go with that line, listen. If we go with it was written by man, you trust in the planes, right?
Right.
You trust in these cars.
Right.
It was the book, the instruction manuals are all, the pilot that manuals. It's written by man, and you trust in the pilot. To fly you from point A to point B, all the way to Jamaica, all the way to Africa, but you trust in these men.
Right.
You trust in the book. You trust in the book.
Yeah, if you want to read about universe, don't you got to read a book that was written by the white man for to gain that knowledge?
Right.
He's talking about.
I'm saying like, the universe though. If you want to read about the universe, you got to read a so-called white man book.
Listen, anything you read, you're going to have, anything you learn, you have to get it from a book.
Right.
You gain knowledge from reading.
Right.
Now, what I'm trying to tell you, sister, is that this is forbidden knowledge. Our people, these people on this from 2 all the way down, they don't want you to know the truth.
I don't know.
Right now is the
It
time
popped up
to
green
break it.
again, but it's like this keep coming on.
Give me Ephesians 13:14.
But it's Bluetooth.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, verse 2.
It show green, right?
To the mourners and the gates thereof
See
language,
how it sound?
they are black unto the ground.
The Lord said the real
I was looking, I'm like, this thing got that picture above at the mic. You know what I'm saying?
So, again, if you think that this book is written by white people, let's just say it is, that might not be your logic, but this book is actually written by me. This book is actually written by your
Not the
forefathers.
same thing. Testing.
The point I'm trying to make sure is that you will be African American. You will be an Israelite.
I don't know.
Listen, please. Book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14. Don't, hey, it's not for everybody. Let's keep going. Don't say nothing. It's not for everybody.
I don't know what's going on.
Give me Jeremiah 11:14. Book of Ephesians, chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest. I know we want to wake our people up, but 2/3 of our people are not going to get it.
That's right.
They're just not going to wake up.
That's right.
So the Lord said, do not pray for these people. Stop begging these people. This is the matrix. They're not going to unplug from the matrix, man.
Right.
They don't want to unplug from the matrix. They love their loud music. They love their Bentleys. They love their Rolls Royces. They love their Cardi B. They love their PDs. Right? They love all these different pastors that seduce them and take their money out of the church. They love them.
Right.
Let these people be, man. And y'all on this side.
Right.
The Lord gave you this gift. He didn't give this gift to everybody.
Right.
Know who you are, man. Y'all kings and princesses on this line, man.
Right.
The hell with these people.
Teach
man.
up.
They're not going to get it. Read. And arise from the dead. And arise from the dead. Tell our people to arise from the dead. Awake out of this sleep, man. But you know what we're doing out here, brother? You know what we're doing out here, brother? Right? Okay. So we are here teaching our people that we're Israelites. Right? So you can't just listen to them all. Right? So again, we have to tell our people to wake our people up because the days are evil. The days are wickedness is at hand, man. If you don't see that the demons are multiplying on this earth, right? I don't know what to tell you, man. Right? The days are, second Ezra 15 years on the 16th. Till we on, and Christ shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time. The Lord said, redeeming the times. Why? Because the days are evil. The Lord said that the days are evil, man. Give me 2 Timothy 3:1. And hey, the Lord said that the days are evil, man. Like all these unjust killers, all of these things. The Lord just sent a damn earthquake over in Afghanistan, killing 2,200 people, man.
Right.
Like the Lord is just dropping airplanes out of the sky, and it's not a mystery, man. The Lord is killing people, man. The Lord is destroying America. The Lord is destroying this world. Why? Because the Lord is waking us up, man. The servants of the Lord is waking people up on the highways and the roads. Right, keep me. The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Like that's why you said all this wickedness is increasing on this earth, man. The Lord said perilous times is gonna come, man. Like mothers, parents killing their kids, and wives is killing their husband, and vice versa. Right? And the kids are killing their parents. Like get the 2nd Ezra hold on, get the 2nd Ezra 5 and 4. Like all of these things is happening, man, because the Lord is doing this. And because we waking up, the truth is being declared. All across the four corners of this earth, the truth is being declared.
Right.
Read. Continuing on, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. See that? Men are lovers of their own selves. Everybody worried about only men and women care about is their money. Right? Their riches. Right? They status in life. Nobody cares about nothing else, man. Nobody cares about how the end is and what's going to happen in the end, or why is Vladimir Putin building disobedient. That's why these kids at an all-time rate are being disobedient to their parents.
Right.
Like, 2nd Ezra 7:23. That's why you see this at a all-time high. When kids are just doing whatever they want to do. Like, it's going to get worse and worse and worse as the times go on, as the elect are waking up and see it.
Right.
Read the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 23. And deceive themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of the Most High that He is not, and you are not His ways, but His laws have been despised. Verse 26. It's like Sirach 7:23. Okay, Sirach 7:23. So again, we're going to see all these perils and wickedness increasing these last days, man.
I don't know.
And our people got to understand the time that they living in, man. Again, martial law is being declared, technocracy, all this AI impute on this earth, man.
Right? People are losing jobs at an all-time rate. Banks are closing. Stores are closing. Right? When are y'all gonna wake up and understand that the times of the Lord is refreshing and it's coming to pass, man? But this is a refresher to us.
Right.
When we see these things, what the Bible speaks of, and it's actually being played out before our eyes. This is what you call punks. And we joy, man. We joy in our tribulation.
Right.
We magnify the Lord when we see more and more earthquakes, pestilence, and plagues, and famines, and wildfires, and droughts, and floodings. It's just increasing and increasing, and it's getting worse and worse and worse.
Right.
Right? But what they're doing to our what they're doing to the Venezuelans, what they're doing to the so-called Israelites, and what they're about to start doing to us. We glory in tribulation, man. We love this, man. We love this shit.
Right.
We love to read this Bible and actually see what prophecy is playing out, man. Why? Because we know that this kingdom is falling and ours is being resurrected as we speak.
Right.
The book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 23.
Bring it out.
Cast out children, instruct them.
The Lord says, you got children, instruct them, man. Tell them to sit their hands down. Tell them stop jumping on the damn couch, man. Tell them stop damn eating all the damn farming flakes off the damn milk. Right, tell them what to do, man. Tell them have some damn morals.
Right.
Right? Stop letting them damn do whatever they want to do.
Read. And bow down their neck from their youth.
And make them bow down their neck and give them some, hey, correct their laws, man. Don't let them do it. That's why we what our parents say, man. Like our parents let these kids do whatever they want to do. And that's why, they're so evil and wicked and monstrous. What's up, bro? Come around. So we out here doing this like educating our people as they are in the Bible. And visiting the service. The actual race is what you tell Africa. So, you believe the Bible? Do you find the term African in the Bible? No, African in the Bible. What? Well, you said you believe the Bible somewhere? Right, so everything in the Bible, brothers, is basically it's a prophecy or some type of history. So when you read the Bible from front to back, it's actually dealing with a nation of people, the Israelites. Right? Who was given God's commandments, and then when they didn't obey God's commandments, they went into slavery, hardcore bondage, all because of their disobedience. So basically, what we out here telling our people is that we would be the Israelites, not those people in Israel right now. That's why they call themselves Israeli and Jewish, because they're acting like they're portraying the people of the book. Right? So you wouldn't be an African. There's over 54 countries in Africa, brother. Right. Which one do you come from? We don't know. Right? But guess what? We do know. We the Israelites. We come from Jerusalem. We're from Israel. That's why if you speak anything, that's why you see the news, if you say anything about these fake Jews, right, they want to say it's anti-Semitism. They want to throw you in, they're going to start wanting to throw you in jail. They want to start giving out fines, all because you're saying that, it's a crime for you to say speak anything against Israel. Guess what? They wouldn't be the Israelites. Like, those are Edomites. Those people stole our identity, stole their land, and that's why it would never be peace in Israel, because we would be chased like statues. Now, this is forbidden knowledge because it's declared in the Bible that once we wake up to our true identity, that America will collapse. America will be destroyed.
Right.
All of these kingdoms around the world will collapse and will be destroyed. That's why it's not a coincidence why you're seeing flooding, earthquakes, tornadoes, wars and the rumors of wars. All of these things is happening because us, the Israelites, are coming back to our identity, our true nationality, our heritage as Israelites. Now, when Moses gave us the commandments, it was a covenant we had to uphold. Moses said, hey, if you keep my commandments, y'all going to be above all the other nations. Plain and simple. You can do Deuteronomy 29:1. So the Lord said, if you break my commandments, you're going to be a cursed people. You're going to be at the bottom. You're going to have to serve your enemies. This is like, you look at the sound right here, we indeed serve our enemies. Right? We went through slavery. So-called Native Americans.
Hey, they cooking though.
We're the ones that was lynched and hung in trees versus people who were going and hanging in the lynching. Why? Because we're a cursed people. We didn't uphold our end of the bargain. We want to do whatever we wanted to do. But guess what? The Lord said, no, you got to do what I tell you to do. Y'all my children. Y'all my kids. Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 1.
Bring it out.
These are the words of the covenant.
Hey, brother.
28 and 1. The book
Brother.
of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth. The Lord said, if you keep my commandments, I'm going to set you above all the other nations that's in the Bible. Right? Above all those nations that's on the face of the earth. I read that, right? Right? On the flip side, he said, if you break my commandments, what's going to happen? See, the book, verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Listen, all these curses, all these bad things. If y'all don't listen, these curses will come on y'all and overtake y'all and us.
Right.
We don't read these curses. These curses only fit one set of people. I want you to tell me right here, they fit these people that control the media, the banks, the NFL, the NBA, they control everything. A dollar, banks. You don't see these curses fit them or they fit us. Like read verse 16. Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. The Lord said the Israelites will be cursed in the city and cursed in the field. What people will curse in every major city that you go to? Right? Cursed in the field. Sugar cane field, the cotton field, the tobacco field. Right? That happened to us. That didn't happen to the so-called Jewish man. They called himself. That didn't happen to Benjamin, not a Jew, and his people. That only happened to these people in the ceremony. Read verse 41. Verse 41 exposed the lies that America has been propagating. All the lies and the sorcery. Their name was white Jesus. Nowhere in the Bible does it say Jesus is white. It tells you the picture of what God looks like, what the angels look like, what Jesus Christ looks like, what the people who wrote the Bible looks like. Because when a lot of white people look at a white man looks like.
I was looking at the time on the phone. I'm like,
Just like me.
yeah, I thought somebody else was though.
Right.
He said he was back to
Read.
Yeah, you was getting back to
Thou
that.
shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them. The Lord said you don't have sons and daughters. Moses talking to the people right here. He said y'all don't have sons and daughters. Y'all going to be enjoying them. Wow. For they shall go into captivity. Why people go into slavery, man? Read verse 28. You see, I'm trying to wake you up, brother. You know how you can't.
I already knew.
Yeah. Yeah, so from this day forward, brother, you start to wake up. Now you gotta start to understand that you're not black. Black is the color of these boys, right? Like that's not identity. That doesn't hold in the weight calling yourself black.
Right.
Why don't you keep calling yourself black? That's why if you call yourself an Israelite, man, all hell breaks loose. They don't want you to wake up and know who you are. Because you God's chosen people. That's why we dominate, do things better. That's why we got more sauce than everybody. Everybody wants swag and jump out scam because we God's chosen. We created all these messages. And he said, man, I'm going to get y'all to the sound right here. Y'all my straight, y'all my chosen. And I don't want nobody to.
That's why I was trying to wrap it up.
I don't want nobody to be like y'all. That's why we set above all these other nations and conventions. Why you doing dress like us and look like us? The so-called white women, they want to start getting the gym, all different things, trying to look like them, they go tanning. They want to look like us, bro. The Lord said, we the salt of the earth. He said, salt didn't have no flavor on the food, we wouldn't be nothing. If it wasn't for the people on the side right here, America would be nothing.
Right.
We built America. Right? They need us for the MLB. And try to watch tennis without watching some of these tennis players like Coco Gauff, Taylor Townsend, Venus and Serena Williams.
All right.
Try watching golf without watching Tiger Woods. Try watching basketball and NFL and baseball without the so-called blacks and Hispanics. See that? We don't solve it all. Hey, back in the 60s and 70s, that wasn't like that. So basketball wasn't jumping until Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan came along.
Kareem.
Read this.
Oh, no.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemy. Another curse says, the Lord said, for breaking his commandments, you have to serve your enemies. Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. You got to go to your enemy for one of all things. Hunger, thirst, and nakedness. You got to go to your enemy to get something to drink. The food and the clothes and all that. Because we don't none of that. In the ancient days, we did. Read. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. The Lord said your enemy will put a yoke of iron around your neck until ye have destroyed thee, until you've been destroyed. Now you can take the chains off. You ain't got no chain around your neck, but you destroyed, calling yourself black, African American, colored in Negro. You're not calling yourself an Israelite from the tribe of Judah no more. Hey, the mission is sometimes it says right now in this video because you still call yourself a damn black. a damn nigga. You still killing and shooting your brother. Like, they love that. They love when you don't know. They love when you don't open up this Bible and read. And that's why all hell is breaking loose on this way, because the truth of the Bible is coming out. Now read verse 1. Read this.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared and hold.
The Lord said this is a people that's been robbed and spoiled. Robbed of everything, robbed of their nationality, robbed of their land, and yet we're from Israel. The Lord said this is a people that's been robbed and spoiled.
Read, and they are hid in prison houses.
The Lord said the majority of our people will be here where? In prison houses. What are the majority of so-called black and brown people? Prison of them. Now, the Lord didn't call these people black people, African Americans, Negroes. What did he call them? Who was Moses speaking to? It's Israelites. What would that make us? Israelites. You see that separate us? We are God's favorite people. Read this, Deuteronomy 7:6. Read this. The book of Lamentations, chapter 5, verse 5. Not more curses, but this one right here, you gonna feel this. Read. Our necks are under persecution. Our necks, again, those are iron on our neck. Right. Knees on our neck for 8 minutes and 48 seconds. The Lord said our necks will be under persecution.
Give us a minute. I'm gonna ask the speaker about your question.
Excuse us on your way.
The Lord said our necks. You see what's going on with our neck? It's the same common thing. This is an actual real image. They used to put these on postcards in Mississippi, Alabama.
When you get a chance,
the Lord said our necks
how y'all doing? How y'all folks
will
doing?
be under persecution. Keep reading. We labor and have no rest. So we are hard and we are mad. Some of our people are talking nowadays and we still don't rest. Hey, the people that are on the banks in the media, man, you think they on the yacht somewhere, they on the boat somewhere. They out there resigning the house to keep us from failing. Right? The Lord said we labor and have no rest. Just down to verse 11. Verse 11.
No.
They ravished the woman in Zion. They even raped our women. What else did they do? And the maids in the cities of Judah. Princes are hanged up by their hand. 4,000 years ago, this happened in the 1960s. Where's that? That's him hanging by his hand. We read this out the Bible, bro. Continuing on. The faces of elders were not honored. They took the young men to bride. In jail, right? Even back in slavery, right? They raped that man. That's why you see it in jail right now. You know, all that sodomite stuff is going on. Because they were doing that in slavery. They just traveled all even to this day. So we gotta understand that these curses was put upon us because our forefathers broke God's commandments. Now it is like, that's why this is why all hell is making these probably that start like jobs are declining, right? Power outages and things, banks are closing, schools out, the education system is failing, right? The money is failing. You got de-dollarization happening. All these floods and hurricanes and wildfires, one after the other. Planes mysterious. The Lord said once that we wake up, the Lord's going to heal our land. Right? He's going to place us back in the land. He's going to destroy America. This is the truth of our preachers. The book of 1 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14.
Bring it out.
The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14.
Bring it out.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways. Pray and turn from our wicked ways. What's going to happen? Then will I hear from heaven. The what? Then will I hear from heaven. The Lord is here. That's why we in these places. They got martial law. Somebody doing all these wicked things to the so-called Venezuelans and the Mexicans. Think about it. I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, they was bringing all these different nations of people in from the border. Why are the so-called Mexicans the only ones that's being persecuted? The only ones that ISIS is trying to come out. Because even Revelation told them, because they know who we are. They know that once we wake up, their time is up.
They know they got a short time. Let's read more about the Bible. Look at this.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12.
Read this.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Well, verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you.
The Lord said that the devil, the so-called white man, the devil just means deceiver. So the Lord said that the devil, he's going to come down to us how?
Having great wrath.
Great wrath, and that wrath again is what he's going to do next. We know about it right now, brother. He got damn Trump trying to overthrow Venezuela. Right, Reed?
Because he knows that he have but a short time.
Right, he know he got a short time on this earth. Right, he know that his kingdom is not going to be rulership forever. And each kingdom is only about 250 years, and America is at that point. America's about 249 years old. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but America's about 250 years. It's time to go. It's time for this over to go.
Time to go.
Right?
Right.
Keep reading on that. And we teaching this brother, we teaching our people, brother, that we the Israelites, God's chosen people. That we have to come out of America, come out and celebrate Christmases and Thanksgiving, and come back to our law. We got feast days in the Bible. We got inheritance. We're not black. We're not African American. We're not Colored. We're not Negro. We'll be God's chosen people, the people that split the Red Sea. The people that Moses was written split the Red Sea for. We are actually blood descendants of those people. Moses gave us the commandments. He actually made a covenant with us. He said, hey, if you keep my commandments, I'm going to give y'all the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to give y'all the world. But y'all have to keep my instructions. Y'all have to abide by my laws.
Right.
And this is again why you see our people at the bottom and downside. Because our forefathers, you know what they said? They said, you know what? We don't know where we are.
Right.
And that's why we at the bottom. However, the Lord is lifting these punishments off of us. That's right, brother. Keep reading.
Then will I hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin. And will forgive their sin.
The Lord is forgiving us from our sins. How do we know that? Because again, America is collapsing. America's on the brink of destruction. Right? That's why they're building all these missiles. Right? That's why AI is on the rise. Look at that in Daniel 12:1. That's why AI is on the rise. They got the age of technocracy. You don't have the machines ruling and controlling. You can't even talk to an operator without talking to a live person now.
Read. And will I heal their land?
The Lord is going to start to heal our land, which is Israel, or Jerusalem, which is the capital of Israel. So it's very important for us. We use the commandments. And this is actually a lottery ticket to get to receive salvation. Because salvation, that's the biggest thing our people make, the biggest misconception when our people don't know that God don't love them. But we only love the people right here. That's why we the ones that's punished. That's why we the ones that go through all these different slavery and hardcore bondage. That's why we the ones that's not right.
Right.
That's why we go everywhere. We go to the gas station, the store. We look that different. They know who we are.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which stands for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time.
The Lord said it's going to be a time like there's never been on this earth.
Right.
A time of judgment. That time of judgment. You ever seen that movie, The Purge? Yeah, that's how America's going to be.
Right.
All heroes making loose on this earth, but the only ones that can be saved and delivered are the people on this earth. That's why this information is so important. Because everybody is enjoying this life.
Right.
Thinking that it's going to continue forever.
Right.
But guess what? We have to pay. We used to love going on Fridays and Saturdays. The Lord said Friday and Saturday is the Sabbath day. We are commanded how to come out here to teach our people that we got to rest on this day. That's why the Lord gave us strict law. These laws, remember these people that's going smoking weed. We're not going to be smoking weed as kings and princesses on the earth in the kingdom of heaven. We're not going to be whoring out our women.
Right.
We're not going to be getting drunk. You can't be drunk as a king.
Right.
No, King David, King Solomon, King Hezekiah, they weren't. Jesus Christ was with them as hours. He wasn't drunk giving out laws. But guess what? We have to conduct ourselves as kings right now on this earth. Because we're rehearsing to get right so we can get to the kingdom. Again, so the most important thing, what you gotta take from this, that you'll be an Israelite, you have to repent and start keeping God's commandments. No other nation can give us what you got.
Right.
No other nation can take your glory and salvation. Again, it's only for these people. So when you walk away from it, brother, you kind of got to do a backflip. You kind of look in the mirror and kind of start, you know, take a flight. Take a flight.
Right.
Right, read this.
Hey, when y'all get a chance, y'all go to the YouTube channel.
Let's do it.
And at that time, thy people shall be delivered.
Right, he said, thy people shall be delivered.
Everyone that shall be found written in the book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life.
There's going to be many of our people going to awake to some to everlasting life. Read.
And some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Everlasting contempt, damnation. Meaning they're not going to wake up. Read. They're going to be preserved for the kingdom of heaven. Read.
And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness. Verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end.
He said, seal the book, even to the time of the end, which he's talking about right now. Read.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Knowledge is going to increase. That's that technology. That's that AI. That's that control where they're going to start, the dollar is going to be obsolete, and everything is going to be digitized.
Right.
You're going to be living in a world where everything's digital. And they're doing it right now. You can't everything now with it. They're about to get rid of the dollar. They're getting rid of pennies. Pennies are no longer in circulation. Did you know that? Pennies are in circulation.
There's a bit of context.
They're not circulating, right? They're not making pennies no more.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's going to come to a point in time where the dollar's going to be the same way, where it's not going to be in circulation.
Right.
Everything is going to be digital.
Right.
So what we got to tell you, buddy, is it's very important to know this information, because once you see these times coming, you don't know that the real servants of God was out here and we wasn't lying to you. All right, give me the book of Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10 and read this. Book of Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5. Verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover their skirts. Right, if you discover something, a woman's skirt, right, that means that you discover her
private areas.
Private area. So the Lord is exposing who these people are. These people that did this to us, He's exposing who they are. Like, they're not the real truth. Those are the wickedness. The wickedness you read about in the Bible. Read. It says, upon thy face, and I will shew the nations. Chemtrails and, you know, they believe in pedophilia and transgenderism. It's okay for the kids to be like that. They promote this stuff in the schools. Like, these people are nefarious. Like, the most vile, wicked, they are people that actually base people. We taught them how to bathe. Right. They never used to bathe. We taught them how to do a lot of things. Right. They learned their stuff. Give me Jeremiah 30 and 16. But the Lord has a great recompense for these people.
Teach
what they did to us. So that's why this information is put. I'm giving you some commandments to keep. Book of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee, the Lord said, this is what you're supposed to do, brother. The Lord said, everybody that's devoured us, the Spaniards, the so-called white people, the people that devoured them too, put them in captivity for the angels, put them like Jesus. Right, to put them in chains, right, the so-called Native Americans with the Trail of Tears, right, the whippings and the lashes and the beatings, right, the unjust killings, making them pick strawberries. Lord said, all of them that devoured us, and all their adversaries, all your adversaries, your enemies, every one of them shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity.
Lord said they don't have to pay the same way we went into captivity. They don't have to go into captivity.
Time Mike was him. You got a question?
All the way down, going into captivity. They gotta go into slavery for what they did to God's chosen people.
Right.
You do Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Read finish reading. And they that spoil thee, they that destroy us,
take us away from our heritage and identity. Read, shall be a spoil. And all that prey upon thee, preyed upon us, that preyed upon that downfall, read, will I give for a prey. We're going to prey upon them. Read this.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He chose us to be a special people. Did you hear that? Above all people, what? What did he just say? On the earth. So understand that, brother. This message that you receive today, that's the greatest thing. That's better than anything in 10 million, any money. Give me something right 23 and 19. Any money that you get out of the money that you got in your bank account, this truth, this knowledge is more precious. Read this. Sirach 23 and 19.
It's the book of Sirach chapter 23 verse 19.
Get out.
Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not the eyes of the Lord are 10,000.
23 and 11, I think.
Sirach chapter 23 verse 11. A man that uses much swearing shall be filled with it.
Read this. The book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7. And the swine going about the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean unto you. The man, the Lord said, the swine, when he divide the hoof and cloven-footed, he's unclean. You know what swine is? Yeah, the Lord said he's unclean to you. Yeah. It was a filthy nasty animal. So the Lord said, it's unclean, cannot eat. Okay, keep reading on it. Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch. They are unclean to you. The Lord said it's unclean, so you can't eat it before you got to repent for it. You don't eat it in the Lord will. When you do that, it's unclean to heaven. That's right, brother. It's not that good. You don't believe how they got it.
You're right. It's crazy.
That's a huge subject. But it's actually for to be greater than anything. These shall eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever has fins and scales, that come off the water. Whatever has fins and scales, in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. But all that have not fins nor scales in the seas and in the rivers, all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. Lord said, if you don't have fins and scales, it's an abomination unto nature. So what's some of the things that people like that people don't have fins and scales?
Nothing happened.
All those things are abominations because they're not the truth. They're the king of God, and those who want to keep the truth preserved. But you do those things that is going to become spiritually blessed. So, use those things. That's what, bro. That's okay because we didn't know either, so we have to be taught too. So guess what, bro? From this day forward, if you want to start fishing as America again, learn all these, that's why Vladimir Putin and all these dictators, it's not just building missiles and they got missiles in these missile silos for nothing. But actually get these missiles towards America to be destroyed. They're going to go back and forth, and they're not going to miss. It said in 2 Ezra 16 and verse 4, 16 and 4, this is not going to miss. These missiles, these missiles have America's name on it. America has a big tattoo with the missile on it. Right, read that.
It's the book of 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 4. A fire is sent among you.
Fire is talking about these missiles that's coming, read.
And who may quench it?
There ain't no fire, there ain't no water that can put these missiles out. These are thermal missiles, they ain't gonna burn. They say America's gonna be like into a wilderness. Give me that in Isaiah 13 and 20.
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Make any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? Verse 6. May any man drive.
We need 15 and 6.
2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 6.
No.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
అయితే రాజన్న పెట్టి చదువుతాడు.
Still
Oh,
scoffing.
yeah, verse 19.
Oh, that's somebody
Start at
else.
verse.
Right there. John 3:16.
Start at verse 16.
In
No,
2 Ezra
that
chapter
gotta be like
16, verse 16.
his backup.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer.
Comparing these missiles because they look like arrows. This is the best way that they describe it. And they see
being
it.
too
So
crazy.
if you look at an arrow,
Like,
the missile and the arrow
like, they
they
just
look
like
quite the same.
scoffing and
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, returneth not backward.
So just like an arrow shot out of the quiver and took out of the archer's hand, the Lord said the same way that these missiles, they're not going to come back. They're going to hit what it's supposed to hit.
right.
Even so the plague that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?
This is Ezra. He's saying that who will deliver me when these times come when the birds come? He said, who will deliver me in these days? Because Ezra's going to be all the prophets. They come back, their regeneration is in the Bible. Right, so they're back on the earth to this day, teaching the same way, doing the same thing that they commanded to do. So Ezra's trying to roll with me,
having a glass in the wind,
all this hell breaking.
and he'd be like, "You're not gonna walk."
Who will deliver me in these days, read?
Talking about the dark skin.
The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine
No, the
and
tall.
great
I
death.
know Frozone.
And great death.
Yo, I think that's him right there.
The beginning of wars
Incredible,
and the
like,
powers
cartoon?
shall stand in fear. The beginning of evil. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
I think that brother, he can go like knees. He be like in the stores. He'll be like walking on his knees, act like the lady.
I seen the video of him doing that. Yeah. Where?
The missile. Yeah, the missiles are also called
It is him. That's him. He got the hair. Chicago doing a meme. For the doing meme. So yeah, he got the whole.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 1.
What do you got, like,
Thus
the
saith the
arms
Lord,
doing? I think
behold,
seen it
I
in the
will
video.
raise
Fire.
up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, a destroying wind.
Was he like doing it over there, or you just seen
And
it?
will send unto Babylon fanners.
Right, so this is Babylon. Like this is modern day Babylon because we were the same way we was in slavery in Egypt. Right? We were slaves here in America. And we don't, and let's prove that this is under the same Egypt. Give me that in the second address. Give me that in the second address when it says we gonna say that the plagues like this in Egypt as before. It's the second address.
Verse 2. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land.
Hey, what else can empty something from empty a whole land? Missiles. Read.
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Against him.
The missiles gonna be around us round about. Read.
Verse 3. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow.
We're not talking about a bow and arrow. Let's talk about a mission. We're talking about the missiles coming out of these missile silos. Even when you shoot out, they shoot out, they kind of got that arc mission going in like an arrow.
Yeah.
It's a movie called Broken Arrow, which basically with missiles, like bloodshed, bombs and missiles. Right, read?
Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his bringing down, and spare ye not her young men.
Let's get the Book of 2nd Edges, chapter 15 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
Egypt shall mourn. This is talking about America. The Lord said Egypt is going to mourn, just like how we did in ancient Egypt. Read. And the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and the punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and the swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men.
I wonder where it says they're going to bring about plagues as it was before. Verse 11.
Yeah. But I will, verse 11, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before.
Egypt with plagues as it was before. So that's how you know it's not talking about the same Egypt. Because he said as before, like in the ancient Egypt. How he was smitten with plagues. He said America, this Egypt is going to be smitten with the same plagues too. Bloodshed, death, mourning. Read Matthew 13 and 48. So this world is about to be turned upside down, man. And we got to be prepared, knowing that you're in this place, that you can receive, that you can escape the perils of this world. Read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 48.
Bring it out.
Which, when it was full, they drew to the shore, and sat down, and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world.
And the righteous, the good people and the evil people. Right?
We don't explain it. We keep reading. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just.
He compares the righteous and the wicked with the wheat and the tares. So he said that the angel's going to separate them.
And shall cast them into the furnace of fire.
Why is he saying the furnace of fire? That's talking about the missions.
Read. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth.
There's going to be a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Right.
But hey, the Lord said, if you don't go to Isaiah 30 and 7, he don't have men that's going to be grabbing their guns. Right? Men that's going to be fearful. Men that's going to be afraid. Like, what the hell am I going to do? Grown men. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 7, for the Egyptians shall help in vain. Verse 8. Now,
Jeremiah 30 and 8. 30 and 7. Jeremiah 30 and 7.
the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
The Lord said it's going to be like Jacob's trouble. It's going to be a time that you've never seen before. But we're going to be saved out of it. Read.
For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest.
So that's it on that. That's I wanted to bring out where it said that we was going to have hands on our arms. But we're going to bring out some commandments, brother. Give me the Leviticus 11 and verse 7.
Thank you for remembering me. Appreciate it.
Get out. Get out.
Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
And the swine.
It's like we are at this verse 7.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 31, verse 13.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Sabbath ye shall keep, for it is a sign between me and you.
The Lord said you got to keep the Sabbath day. Right? He's going to explain what it is.
Throughout your generations, that ye may know that I am the Lord that doeth sanctify you. Ye shall keep the Sabbath. Therefore, for it is holy unto you, everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death.
The Lord said in the ancient world, if we didn't keep the Sabbath day, we was put to death. Now the Lord is granting us mercy and grace to keep the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is from Friday, the seventh day of the week. It's a rest day. The Friday, sundown, the Saturday, sundown. Today is the seventh day. It's a day of rest. So Brian or Samuel or Quick and Clean, open up the Bible, open up your history book, understand what the will of the Lord is when you want us to do, and learn some more commandments. We got feast days that we keep in the Bible. Right? Not Christmas, not Thanksgiving. These are religions and traditions of the world of the so-called white man. Right? Keep reading.
say 6 days you can do all the work that you need to do. But in the seventh
is the Sabbath of rest.
day of rest.
Holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death.
Sabbath day again, brother. Friday, Sunday, and Saturday. Day of rest. Friday and Saturday, taking that 6 days to day. Seventh day, no cooking. You do sandwich, cereal, salad, smoothie. No cooking on it. You're on rest. Okay.
Right.
So work day, all that you see, you make that day up. This is day of rest.
Right.
So you really keep the Sabbath day to invest in the day. You got a question? So guess what? I'm gonna give you some. These 10 are easy, right? So I'm gonna give you some outside of the 10. Give me Leviticus 19:11. They smoke weed. They smoke weed, brother. That's a sin. All right. You're right. Put down weed. Weed was made to be eaten. You're right. Only if you have an affirmative.
Right.
Right,
All right.
right. And that's why, you notice, when you smoke the weed, but when you come from lungs, it's your body.
We want to go through the
telling you
middle,
you're not supposed to
the
have
field of
smoke in your
preeminence.
lungs. Just like when you get on fire, and your body's up, your body's telling you that smoke is not supposed to be in your lungs. So people think when they get high, they start coughing, they think that they're high. That's that damn smoke. Damn, man, what they call it? You can drown in your lungs, so to speak. All that mucus that's being built up in your lungs from the tar and the smoke, you actually suffocate and you drown in your lungs. So smoking is a no-no. Right? Christmases, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day. They make anybody. All sins according to the Bible. New Year's Eve. Everything that you celebrate is we got our own feast. We got Passover. Right. We got Tabernacle. Right. We got the New Moon. Right. We got the Feast of Dedication. We got a lot of feast days we can celebrate. The Lord commanded us to celebrate. Right. But we don't have to celebrate the laws and these different holidays that are so-called right now. Read this.
It's the book of 1 John chapter 2 verse 15.
Bring it out.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world,
you love this world, everything that's in this world,
the love of the Father is not in him.
You don't have the truth in it. Right? The truth is not going to be in you if you want to continue to hang out on Friday and Saturday nights instead of keep the Sabbath day. If you want to continue to smoke weed, the Lord says your body is your temple. Right? You can't dwell in a temple that's filth. You always want to go in the house filled with filth and nasty rats and roaches, right? Macaroni and cheese all on the floor on the counter. When you walk in the house and sleep. So you put your hand on the table, your arm is sticking to the table because there's syrup on there from yesterday. Like the Lord says, your body's your temple. You don't want to go in that temple as you always drunk and always smoking weed. You can't concentrate. You can't comprehend. Right? You can't stick around from woman to woman. Right? You can't be a whoremonger. The woman that you lay down with, brother, that becomes your wife. So you cannot be a whoremonger. That's why it's very important when you're talking to these women, you're dealing with these women, take the time to get to know them. Because they can cause you to fall into some destruction. Right? They can make you want to put your hands on. So, make sure when you date with you, they're going to listen to you. They're going to listen to the laws of God. The laws that you learn, when you tell them, hey, I'm an Israelite, if they don't accept the laws that you give them, they don't accept that they're Israelite, you might don't want to do it.
Right.
Read this.
The book of Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 11, ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another.
Stealing in Ohio. Verse 16.
Verse 16, thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor.
You can't be a talebearer. You can't be a gospel. Right?
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Hate your brother. You have any arson and disagreements or hatred towards your brother, you got to check that out.
Thou shalt any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. Verse 26, ye shall not eat anything with the blood,
faithful, man. You gotta make sure there's no blood. Neither shall you use enchantment, nor observe time. Enchantments and zodiac signs and crystal balls. Ye shall not round the corners of your heads with a razor. Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh, the flesh, nor the dead, nor put any marks upon you. If you got a tattoo, which you do, not, and I say you got one, you got to repent from that. From this day forward, no more tattoos. That's the sin. Alright? So that's pretty much some of the laws and question. And we as Israelites, the Lord said, in James 4:4, the Lord said, separate from the world. And we're not asking, that's why he said, we're not like this. And the Lord said, we're not like them. We do things a little bit differently. Again, go look 4 and 3. This is.
It's the book of James, chapter 4, verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God?
If you love this world, if you love fornicating, if you love this purple women, if you love different type of drugs, like celebrating birthdays and Christmases and Thanksgiving, all these different holidays that they gave us, the Lord said, you will be an enemy with God. You don't want to be God's enemy. You don't want to be on this side of God. You want to be on the right hand side of God, so you can get in the heaven. Rule over your oppressors. Because that's what we patiently waiting for, the day that we can receive salvation and rule over the people that been ruling over us for all these years. It's not for us to pay. All pluralism is for us to be like the people that's been afflicted for so long. We talk about years and years of slavery and captivity. It's only right for us to get a chance to shut at the kingdom. And this is what we patiently waiting for us to be destroyed forever. Kingdom of heaven won't be destroyed. Book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1, 3. Give not thine honor to another. Don't give your glory and your honor to these nations of people. And Jesus Christ said, whose word is all God, he said, don't give riches holy into the dogs. Right? This is like this knowledge, this understanding, this wisdom. Don't give these other nations. They're not going to be one with it. They've never done nothing right with us. You think they're going to do something right with this nation? They know it. Nor the things that are profitable unto thee to another, to a strange nation. I always say, don't give nothing that's profitable to you, this world, your inheritance, to a strange nation. To understand, brother. You see all this madness going on, martial laws coming, all these things. And it's getting worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse, brother. Like, it's going to get worse and worse. You're going to be like, don't wait until it's too late. So the Father's coming around after the Son, you're going to tell your Father's name.
Police though.
Very important information, brother. This is life changing. This is game changing. So the Father's name is Yahweh, right? You read it from right to left. The Father's name
That's
is
what
Yahweh.
I get from it.
This is the Father's name. Yahweh is not Yahushua, Yahweh, it's Yahweh.
Y'all seen the helicopter?
The son's name is Yahweh.
See the helicopter?
Making
sure they get busy.
Sister. As if you've never done it.
She too in the boat.
Yeah.
She thinks she wrong.
In the prison. So now you know how you know the son and the father and son. You know your way, I'll praise to the Most High, man. Second Thessalonians 3:1. Yeah, that's what we out here, man. We out here still. Second Thessalonians 3:1.
All praise to the Most High.
Hey, y'all good, man?
2 minutes for God.
We out here to wake up.
2 minutes for God.
Free truth. Let them know the right way, man. Let them know that the way
Free
of the
truth,
world
alcohol.
is leading to destruction, man. The path that's on right now, if it's not based off the truth, it's towards destruction. Like, give me Ezekiel 7:2, bring this up.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 3, verse 1. Finally, brethren, pray for us that the word of the Lord may have free course.
We pray that we come out here, man. Remember that the Lord give us this word have free course, man. Right, read.
And be glorified even as it is with you, and that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men.
That's what we pray for too, that we deliver from this world, from unreasonable and unjust wicked men that control this society.
Right.
Read.
For all men have not faith, but the Lord is faithful.
The Lord is what?
But the Lord is faithful.
The Lord has always been faithful to us, man. And the Lord never forgot about us, man. The Lord that woke us up and brought us into this truth, He didn't forget about us, man.
Right.
So you said shalom, brother. Shalom, shalom. Yeah. So what you know what you got, right? Yeah, so you know what you got to do as an Israelite? What you got to do? I see you there. What's that right there? Ephesians 14 again, man. So you know we ain't got that much time left, brother. You see martial law, they're trying to kick off martial law. You see how the unemployment is increasing. Like you seeing all these famine, all these earthquakes and floods, all these wildfires that's happening across the world, man. These things is waking up. These things is happening because the shows the people are waking up, man. So it's you know, give me Psalms 118 and 60. Read this. The book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest. The Lord said, awake thou that sleepest. A lot of people are asleep. They don't know who they are. They don't even know what's going on. They don't know what right. And arise from the dead. And the Lord commanded us to do it, arise from the dead.
Right.
We in a coma, spiritual coma. And some of our people who will not wake up, the Lord put a deep ice on our people, a deep sleep on our people. Like to not wake up. A lot of people is not going to hear this message. A lot of people don't hear this truth. And Christ shall give you light. See then that ye walk circumspectly. That's why, man, he's telling you that you have to walk circumspectly. Watch what's going on in the world. Watch the signs of the times. Watch when the Lord, you read the book of Luke 21:24, he said, hey, when you see the Roman Empire,
Shalom.
we see the Roman Empire coming Christian, it's time to flee, it's time to get out of here. So the same thing is happening right now, man, with the so-called Edomites, which is the so-called right, they're going to come down and bring wrath, and that's why you see, a lot of the Venezuelans, a lot of the so-called Mexicans, like they're being persecuted right now in the street. And that's what martial law is happening because of we waking up. So it's going to be a point in time where they're going to come down and start banging on our door, telling us to get out the street and stop waking our people up. Read. Not as fools, but as wise. Redeeming the time because the days are evil. And the Lord said redeeming the time because the days are evil. As you can see, it's a lot of evil and a lot of wickedness in this world. Read. Wherefore be not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And be not drunk with wine. Don't be drunk with not physically, spiritually. Like caught up in this world, man. Like caught up in trying to bag every woman that you can. Caught up in the damn, trying to sell, whatever you want to sell on the Lord's holy day. So I said, don't get caught up in it. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people want to do what they want to do. But the Lord gave us strict guidelines as what we can do and what we cannot do.
Right.
Smoking weed and getting drunk and pouring out our women is not one of them.
Teach all.
That's why they pay all these money to these entertainers, all these athletes, so they can do what they want to do. And that's why a lot of our people look up to these entertainers, all these the regulator, which is controlled by the so-called white man, like the fake Jews. Yeah. That's why they pay them so much money and make them sign these contracts. Right? They know what's going on. They want us. They have these people pumped up or propagated, so we can look up to them.
And Keith, you got they put insurance on the rappers. They put insurance on the rappers.
Big John.
You heard me? I said when the rappers get signed to like major labels, they put insurance on them.
Like, oh yeah, I think they did that to Young Dolph too.
Young Dolph was signed, nobody signed himself.
You said what?
Young Dolph was signed, nobody signed himself.
Oh, he was? Well, a lot of our rappers are, they signed to, only
They was trying to sign.
They even come out and say how, you know, they can sign these records and they still right? They still don't have it. Why? Because they sold themselves to Satan. Right. Like they sold themselves to the damn devil. It's all work. Like that's why people give the songs that are on food. And these people have no good. They have no good intentions. And you think the people that put you in slavery have good intentions? Right? The people put chains on you. Have good intentions? No. Like even to this day, that's why they continue to get away with it. They're not going to apologize. Well, because if they apologize, they could not continue to do what's good. They want to continue to do. The Lord said in Isaiah, it's like the song said, like the wicked are estranged from the womb. That's why the sons that we born speaking lies. So from the beginning, it was always created to speak lies. They didn't have no good will. They didn't have no good intent. Their intentions is to continue to be wicked and to continue to dominate, to continue to rape, rob, and murder, and pillage, and to be the wicked that they were created to be.
Right.
Read this, Psalms 140, verse 9.
It's the book of Psalms chapter 140, verse 9. As for the head of those that compass me about. It's the book of Psalms chapter 140, verse 1. Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man.
David, Psalms 139 and 22. Even King David, he said, man, deliver me from these evil wicked people. Man, even King David is saying that, man. I mean, how much more us, right, from the seed line of David saying, hey, man, deliver us from these wicked people, man. Deliver us from these people like the perpetrate sagging the pants and all these damn tight pants. All these things, the wickedness, pedophilia, homophilia. Hey, Jeffrey, what's that got to do with Harvey Weinstein? Right, the guy that was so-called controller of the damn music, the damn movie industry. Right, nothing happened to him, man. Right, you had even so-called, actors come out and say that he harassed him, he was touching him. This man is not in jail to this day. Give me Psalm 73 and verse 5. These people don't get in trouble like us, man. You keep reading on that.
Deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man.
We ask and pray every day to keep us away from these spirits. Keep us away from these evil people. We gotta go to work with them, man. We gotta clock in and work every damn day from sun to sundown and make $1 and give our money back to them and their system. And our people just so dumb and savage, they don't understand that they're making all the money to give it right back to the oppressor. Like none of it is being said, and you think your 401k is building up? No. Your 401k is about to be deleted. Like they playing with your damn, hey, the money in your bank account, they playing with your money, man. That's not even real money. This whole thing that's going on, right? It's a whole joke, man. It's a farce. Right? Hey, Jesus is a farce. His land is a farce. It's a fake. Right? Hey, they're the ones that pull the strings, man. And our people got to understand that they got to understand they have no part in this society. They would never have no rulership in this society. They would have no part in this kingdom. Yeah, all these damn billionaires with Michael Jordan, Oprah Winfrey. How come they don't have any banks? How come they don't have anything set up? Because the so-called white man ain't gonna let them have nothing set up in this country, man. And they're the ones that pull the strings, man. They're the ones that own the NFL and the NBA, right? All the record labels, right? They're the ones that's in Congress. Those two wings are on the same damn eagle. You want to call it a Democrat or Republic? They all still wings on the same damn feather, on the same damn bird. Right? These people will not change, man. These people they don't have your best intentions. Right?